prayers sing to raise our spirits in great despair through the ashes of oblivion. Quick and unseen like the dragon's offspring, for we owe no debts and bow to no king. Every war has its cost and we've paid, won by the bond of the body we've made. War with the dawn that the battle starts now, as the demons listen we strike them down, fighting back the rifts of blood. Sent from the sky like an angel in need, give them news to strengthen and words to heed. Heaven's bells are set alight, we're knocking on the gates of hell tonight. Broken swords and dragons' bones scattered on the way back home, beating to the sound of flashing steel. When the roller hears them, shattered tales and legends told, strengthened by the hymns of old, withered as this fighting from his throne, so we sing our traveler's song.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Gator Does D&D, part of the Kingdoms of Discordia series. We are on to episode 5 of the Gran Terra campaign. Let's go ahead and bring that down a little bit so that I can hear myself think. I know it's been a hot minute since we last had a session. Unfortunately, real life tends to get in the way sometimes. Any of you guys who play D&D at home know how it can kind of get a little bit spotty in that regard. But, fear not, while we are missing a few players today, we've got some new faces, as the title of today's episode would hint at. So, let's go ahead and jump back in with the party and get a recap on what happened last week. Alright, and we're live, everybody.
Hello. I guess we should stop talking about that on Twitch.
Yes, it's a good thing that we stopped talking about that immediately.
Exactly. Immediately, yeah.
Things I look forward to when I start streaming. Anyways, so, how are you all doing today?
Oh, fine. Just talking about, the game that I run after this.
Apple bottom peachy.
Yep.
Alright, so, right then, I'm sorry about that, Ronnie. I mean, can watch for at least a little bit. So, would anybody like to give a summary of what happened last session? Oh, thank you there for the follow, Jay Really Plays.
Well, I guess I can. We just got done exploring the dungeon that we meandered into, fighting the killer fungus type thing that lives in there that almost murdered our intrepid fighter. Set off a few traps that almost murdered my ass.
Fought a starving mimic that suffered a crippling blow of falling downstairs.
You guys brutalized that poor mimic.
What do you mean, you guys? I didn't do anything.
Mimic deserves death, and you know it.
It just wanted a hamburger.
Yeah, made of us. Fuck that thing.
Meat is meat, man. Meat is meat.
Exactly. I'm not prejudiced on what I shoot with my crossbow.
So, as an introduction for those of you at home, Terra is our newest member on the party.
Hello.
Terra, would you like to introduce yourself and your character to the rest of the party?
No, I would not to.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I am personally, I'm Terra Shiva. I will be playing Nina Ling Drotness. I am a sorceress imp. White
Boy.
Ash imp.
Right.
White
Sorceress.
Yes.
This is gonna be fun.
I realized what white ash could also sound like, so. And I like killing things, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have plenty of action in this campaign, as the others will tell you.
Yeah.
It has been kind of a
Might
a
actually
bit
get a 10.
that too. Out in the middle of the hot ass desert. Actually, no. This is more of a cold desert. That's right. I keep thinking like desert hot, desert hot, desert hot, and I'm like, wait, this is like really far north. So
I mean, by technicality, you can say we're gonna do a desert campaign, and everyone shows up with characters designed for the desert. All right, it's an Arctic desert.
I mean, that would be a kind of a fun like twist on it. Yeah, it's a bit like a it is a bit like a tundra. This is the far northern stretches of the main continent on Gran Terra, which I'm sure this is gonna drive Terra nuts. The fact that the world shares her name.
Well, when you say Gran Terra, it makes me go, okay, not me.
Fair enough.
So it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
So, as is, you guys were scooped up out of the we'll call it a mushroom-infested root cellar at the base of the temple that you guys took shelter in.
Okay, well,
It's been a few weeks, so reminding folks about it.
yeah, I was just gonna say, were we able to drag out that fucking ballista? And I want to make an inspiration check real quick, which is an intelligence plus wisdom. Yeah, /2. You draw this from yours, Lou. This is character. Alright, so let's start with wisdom, I guess.
All right.
21. That 20. Oh boy.
What are you rolling this for?
An inspiration check from a crossbow design that I came up with after seeing the repeating mechanism off that ballista.
Oh, then why are you rolling wisdom plus intelligence? It's wisdom plus intelligence mods.
Mods. Oh.
Yeah, it's your modifiers.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's-
it's a
I'm-
D20.
Jumping back and forth between like two different things right now. So.
Welcome to my world. But yeah, you can go ahead and try and make your inspiration check on that. It is wisdom plus intelligence divided in half. So finding the average between those, and you can roll for it to get the idea
roll was.
going.
Yeah, get the idea going. The first roll was a nat 20, so.
Yeah, you are able to extrapolate at least the idea of this device. You're like, that thing. Oh, well, it actually does seem to feed back into it. It's a strange mechanism. Hadn't really come across something like this before, so kind of helps fertilize these ideas in your head. It'll take a little bit more work to sort of solidify this into, something you could potentially apply to a full theory, but for now, you at least have the idea in your head of something that you want to do.
By the way, welcome, Goblin.
Hey,
Hey, Goblin finally made it.
sorry for the lateness.
Barbecue happens.
Yeah. We
Still
need to
doing
pass up a good barbecued rack of lamb.
Oh god, no.
Fuck you, I'm hungry as shit. All I've had today was oatmeal.
Yeah.
Hey, oatmeal's good too,
Oatmeal's fine. I'm currently doing my vegetable kebabs, vegetable stir fry, and chicken thighs.
Wow.
Yum.
I mean, the cock. Chicken. Anyways,
Chicken. Right then. So, aside from that, fuck you, Josh. God damn it. That's a terrible inside joke, and that no one will ever know about what that is, unless they join the Discord here. Check the description down below, and maybe you might figure it out. It's in the D&D text chat. But in any case,
Check it out in a minute then.
Yeah. In any case, I will say that you can, because you did ask before if you could try and recover the actual device out of that dungeon. I would need from you. Let's see here. Relevant checks.
Tell me to roll and I'll run back to the PC.
You ain't got nobody else to sit there and do the cooking for you.
Nope. I live alone at this point, so.
Yeah, god dang. Alright, let's see here. Checking my notes for this. Because I knew you were going to try and do this.
I told you last session, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so.
It will be a athletics and a dexterity check.
Alright. I'm bringing our big buff fighter with us.
Alright.
And I guess I'll help with the athletics. And dexterity.
Yeah.
Dexterity, would you mean acrobatics or just straight dex?
Straight dex. This is supposed to be you being very careful in removing the different components and stuff. This thing, as you saw before, was completely overgrown with various mold and fungi. The rock is compromised that it's built out of.
Wait. Before we went down there, and if we're going to go down there, after I had my little, depending on how much time I had, I'm going to take my pot, going to fill it with the water from the fountain, and see how it interacts with the fungi.
Okay, so as you sprinkle the water, like, are you sprinkling it, or are you chucking the entire pot onto it?
I'll take my use my drinking horn, and I'll fill that up, and then I splash it.
And you see a sudden surging of growth come from the mushrooms.
Oh! Oh!
Lovely. I look at him. Why? Why?
Water was holy water. We saw the consecration before.
oops.
I mean, if nothing else, like, the water kind of helped clear some of the spore stench that was around there that you guys have been huffing through your face masks.
Alright.
Yeah.
Also, because you guys are spending a little bit more
Guess
extra...
I'll roll the dex.
Yeah, go on.
Because I don't know what your dex is, because mine's not
14.
terribly good. It's only average. Hello?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm listening.
Ah!
Oh wow.
Bad God.
That's a
Let me
rough.
see.
That's a rough
bad.
one. Let me see here. Where is my die? Okay, and okay, you guys kinda end up manhandling it. Balder is definitely a little bit more guilty of this than Ryder. Or Ryder is just very gently trying to tug away some of the the filaments from the base of these mushrooms that have grown into the rock, almost like tree roots. Balder is just sort of like kind of hacking away at it, and at one point
PC for a quick sec.
at one point he accidentally nicks his finger, and in a bit of, you know, like, oh shit, he slips his hand forward and it just squishes into the side of the rock edifice, and a big nasty crack just spiderwebs up the side of the mechanism. You have freed it on that side, but it is now fairly heavily damaged. However, it has made it a bit lighter, so at least for you trying to lift on it, you're able to start lifting it up, but you're going to need Ryder to get the other side.
Oh, we have good old Pan, my Steel Panther. So, lift it up and sit it on the back of the...
It's still going to take 2 people to lift this. This is not small, and it is not light, and it is definitely not wieldy.
Oh, that's fine. It's being mounted onto the cart with a fully automatic steam-powered mechanism eventually.
Well, as is right now, it is a very, very delicate state crumbling mechanism covered in way too much mushrooms.
Say that as I take my mushrooms off the grill. Alright. Do I need to make a roll or anything to carry it up, or can we just carry it up?
I need you to make that athletics roll to help him to seat it on top of your Steel Panther and get it over there.
Alright. 1 second. I'll make it back to my desk. That's a fucking hot plate.
By the way, if you are enjoying the soundtrack provided to today's game, go and check out Aviators on YouTube. He has been ever so kind as to give me permission to use his tracks for when we do these streams. Guy does fantastic work. Definitely give him a check out.
One moment, I was going to use the Iron Defender as see if I get advantage with it.
How? You're trying to lift something onto it.
Going to use it as basically a pivot point, and I was going to lay some kind of object underneath it to lift it up. I believe I actually have a crowbar to give me mechanical leverage.
Well, you can try.
Okay. Oh, wait, that would give me advantage. That's what I was going for anyway. No, another athletics off my bit. No, 7. And it crumbles apart.
It doesn't crumble apart, but you do lose another significant portion of the assembly. You're able to finally free it from its mooring, and under a cloud of spores and raining, mycofilaments, you pull it free. The wood's pretty rotted on the inside, and if anything, it's kind of surprising that it still was functioning as well as it was whenever it fired at you the first time. You see that there is a exposed, what seems to be some sort of container on the inside, filled with bolts, which the bolts themselves are the size of spears. So, you are able to load this onto the back of your assistant, the little robotic panther, and you guys cart it back to the entryway. Question at this point is, how are you going to get it out of the hole?
Block and tackle.
You have a block and tackle?
I believe I have one on my character sheet, yeah.
All right. So, spending some time with... you have Toph's interest at this point, wondering what on earth that it is that you're bringing out of this fetid dump, as he puts it so bluntly.
He's not wrong. This place is a hellhole.
He helps
Him
you...
and me are actually agreeing for once on something.
Yeah. He helps you set up the block and tackle from the top side. Also, the others have been working to try and hold open the doorway while you have been down there. Li Chen's sitting there, sweating quite profusely as his claws are dug into the metal and wood of this floor plate. You guys are able to winch it up, get it out, and now you have the giant trap mechanism of a repeating bow trap. You are missing several key components to it, including some of the trigger mechanism, which was attached.
Trigger mechanisms are easy.
Well,
I have a working understanding of a crossbows, so I should be able to retrofit one.
Potentially, yeah. But
Crossbows,
you're gonna need you're definitely gonna need parts, and yeah, this thing is obnoxiously heavy to sort of work with. Exposed now out to the drier air of the surface. The material actually has kind of a slimy film that's coming out. It seems to be desiccating. So yeah, you guys now have the big blah, 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 blah. You have the trap device.
Great.
Yay, traps. You like traps, Gator.
Now that that is done, I'm gonna take a bit of my rope, my axe, go back into it, find that huge ass mushroom we found before, hack it the fuck down, and drag it back.
Oh, the big edible one that you had found before?
Yep.
Okay!
You like the cook characters, don't you, Goblin?
I do.
They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
I need to play one at some point. I tried to do one in Squigs' game, but I ended up just poisoning people.
Ooh. Alright, well, you now have a mushroom that is about as big as you are. So that is a fairly decent protein for
All of us.
Hobbits.
Oh shit, I just realized I have not changed over to our main screen this whole time. Wow, I feel really, really dumb. I am so sorry. Let's see here.
But yeah.
Over here trying not to
Once that,
cheat.
once that I'm done with that, I'm going back to the fountain, grabbing my pot, gonna wash, and do my laundry.
Yeah, you might
I'll
need to
follow
do
up.
that. So, speaking of, what are the rest of you guys doing? This is considerable amount of time. I mean, Li Chen is spoken for, but Starman, what are you up to? Davian.
I was testing the water and I was going to take a sip to see if the water was, consumable.
You sip the water from the basin in the main courtyard for the temple, and you find that it is crisp, it is surprisingly cool, and it is very refreshing. It is absolutely potable water.
I'm going to go ahead and try and claim as much of this water as I can.
Alright.
Probably actually take it out. Like, can I actually try and look to see if there's like a bucket or something around?
Yeah. What is your passive perception?
13.
Right back.
13? Yeah, you were able to find a bucket just by, noticing it. It's pretty old, it's kind of worn, but it'll work, like, after cleaning it a little bit and getting dust out of it, especially that mud, that sort of setup from last night. You're able to take this and transfer it to whatever container that you're wanting to. It does.
I was
leak a
actually
lot,
just
though.
gonna take the bucket and use it to clean my leathers and clean off the mask that I had and clean out my hair and face.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
But I didn't want to bathe directly in the fountain. I was actually just gonna bucket it out and do the
Yeah,
old.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
You
Try and
going
wash all
more
the
weed?
mushrooms off of my cloak.
Folks.
By the way, as you are like, what kind of material was your cloak?
It should be leather.
Okay. You notice as you are throwing water over your cloak that small mushrooms start growing over it. You can clear them away by just like squeegeeing your hand over the surface of it, but it's kind of a curious effect. Anytime you throw water on your cloak, mushrooms grow on it. Now, these are the same kind that you saw down below. They're non-edible. They're kind of toxic, but it's kind of interesting.
Can I do a?
Wait, they're toxic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
gonna test to see if I can turn this into like some kind of something. I think I'll just I'll take the face cloth that I have and I'm gonna put a bunch of them inside of the actual cloth, wrap them up, and just kind of like mush them together, see if they bleed.
Actually, did you I'm trying to remember. Did you was it you who rolled the high nature check on it last session for figuring out what those mushrooms were?
It was I.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I don't have that great of nature.
Okay. So you're trying to squeeze out the mushrooms?
Well, like I take the cloth that I was using to cover my face
Yeah.
and like set it down and just scratching the mushrooms off of the cloak into the actual cloth.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna like wrap it up and see if I can squeeze them up and if there's a liquid that comes out of them.
You get kind of a musty water that comes out of it.
I'm gonna try and strain them a little bit more and to do a medicine check to see if I can actually make a toxin.
I'll accept it. Yeah, you can go ahead and try and give me a medicine check for knowing a way to refine these mushrooms.
12.
12. You know that if rather than trying to mess around with some sort of liquid extraction, that this sort of thing is best done by just simply drying the mushroom out and powdering it in a mortar and pestle. And that way that whatever toxic element that exists within it, you can just simply sprinkle it on something or mix it with a little bit of fluid to dissolve it and create a basic poison.
What are you doing over there, Davian?
I'm playing with mushrooms.
For what reason?
Well, I figured that if I can turn this into some kind of like a gel, I could put it at the base of my quiver and leave the arrows in there. So when I fire arrows, it could possibly be toxic to someone.
Well, I have alchemist supplies here, so I could see if I could do something about that.
Well, I do know that we have to dry them out and probably grind them up first and then mix them back into a liquid. I know that much. If you want to work
Something I
together.
would like to do before we finally get the fuck out of here is I also want to take all my water skins, just drink about all the water that's still left, and spare some for my dog and whatever. And my horse was fill them up. Then grab my pot, fill that up, and I want to go to the garden. I want to see what happened when I start try to sprinkle over the overgrown plants.
So you're just the standard overgrown plants there in the garden, you're just pouring water on them?
Yeah, I'm going to sort of sprinkle over them, especially the ones that I've harvested before, which were like tea leaves and whatnot.
You do so, and nothing happens.
Huh.
They're overgrown because, like, and this is what you can kind of figure from it. They're overgrown because they are not being taken care of. Not because they are abnormal in any way.
Oh no, I was going to see like the plants that I've harvested before would sort of be rejuvenated.
No, it does not rejuvenate them. If anything, you kind of notice that a few of them that were looking a little bit wilted and limp have sort of perked back up as a result.
Well, that's still a sort of an amazing property for water.
Yeah. I mean, any water would do that for a plant that's wilting in the sun. To be fair.
If it's wilting in the sun, if you put, depending on the time of day, if you put water on it, you'll scorch the plant.
That too. But it is still early morning right now. I need those of you who are still awake, give me a Constitution check.
All right.
Is it a Constitution check or saving throw?
Yeah, that is actually a big
Yeah.
save.
That's a big difference. Yeah.
Terra
Right.
salty. So, but yeah, the just a standard Constitution check would work on this point. At this point, you guys haven't.
12.
Woo!
Balder is not fatigued. Ryder, you've rolled dexterity.
Oh shit. Same roll, but whatever.
If you want to take it as that, okay. Or never mind. All right. So for Davian, you haven't slept. Exhaustion is sort of flagging on you. So, you and Ryder both have sort of been pushing yourselves to the limit. You take a, one count of exhaustion.
There's no
Now we got
exhaustion thing on
Starman
the
and
sheet.
Starman and Baldur
Yeah,
just doing push-ups and sit-ups or whatever. Barely even fucking fatigued.
So if you go in through the settings, Josh, you can find an exhaustion counter.
All right, I'll go ahead and turn that on.
Yeah, it's in
Better,
general
Ronnie.
options.
Glad you were able to come by.
It's right underneath ammo tracking.
Oh, cool. All right.
Alright, so, but yes, the sun is starting to come up, and the sky outside is like, almost looks like a beautiful painted, like, lemon yellow. Dawn in this place is a surprising beauty, even after the rough and terrible night that you all had, with all the clouds seeming to have evaporated from the terrible storm. There are still patches of mud everywhere, but you know that soon, as that sun rises, this will dry into hard-packed earth and give back way to rolling fields of badlands.
Lovely. Oh, so have we had a long rest at all recently?
I thought we actually took a long rest when we actually got back up to the top, but I might be mistaken.
Thought we said we were doing that as well.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, I thought that when we restarted right now, because of the way that you were talking about it, you guys went back in, like, immediately after.
It's fine. I can roll with it. I just wanted to see if I can get my spell slots back.
I mean, you guys can take a rest right now. There's nothing to stop you. Clearly,
Okay.
you've taken out the creatures that were in the local area. And I'll give it to Josh for free on here. He does not detect any dangerous wildlife nearby.
Lovely.
No dangerous animals nearby. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Right,
Before you do that, hand me your. What would you rather have? A +1 longbow or longsword?
I hand him my katana.
Okay, I can do one other one. So, Balder, what would you rather have with a +1 enchantment on it?
I've been rather good with fucking but you actually put it on a shield.
I can't do armor.
Fair enough. Yeah, I put it on my messer.
The
Oh,
messer.
but we actually, it was just the longsword.
Yeah,
I would
I
like to ask something because we never actually, we kind of got busy with this, but after we dealt with the sanctified undead, on the main undead guy who was fucking punted in round 1, had an alms box with, I quote, 90 coins, and we never actually counted that up.
Oh yeah.
I know, it was like, what, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
4 or 5. So before I take the long rest, during a long rest, I can put a +1 enchantment on 2 items per rest. Weapons. So I do Davian's katana and Balder's messer.
Okay.
So both of you now have +1 weapons. I'll do the rest of them when I get a chance.
You guys sleep like the fucking dead.
Alright. After this, I think we should just leave this godforsaken place. After I want to fucking strip this place of nails, but I don't have time.
You guys do have a supply of water and a lot of mushroom. I mean, a lot of mushroom. But
Really
a man
fucking
can
hate
only
mushroom.
a man can only eat mushroom for so long.
I'm going to actually prepare that mushroom and cut it up, and also like expand our rations. Let me.
Okay. I will say as a caveat to this, because you guys are going to be eating it so often as a staple ration. The mushroom rations that you are creating right here will not have the inspiration bonus.
Yeah.
They will be classed as a standard ration.
Yeah, I figured the only reason why he gave me the inspiration bonus before was because I fucking critted that.
Well,
Yeah.
you also did have
Yeah.
an abundance of other ingredients and things around for you to play with.
Yeah.
So.
Plus,
So
I
this-
still have the inspiration rations, if I remember correctly.
One has to-
at least.
One has to imagine that Balder's going to have to go through a spam and eggs sort of bit. Spam and eggs, spam and toast. And just
Spam
replace
and
it.
mushroom.
Spam and mushroom, yeah. Yeah, you are able to create a
Rudimentary
yeah.
ration.
yeah, basically
No,
kind
but
of
it's
like
something
mushroom jerky that you make. It's a little over salted, and you have to drink a bit of extra water with it, but it'll keep you alive.
How many days worth of rations can I make from that?
You can make from that giant ass mushroom. You are able to make 15 rations, 15 days worth of food for an individual person, or divided among the party. Quite a while. There's some extra that you have left over, but there's only so much that you can cook in one sitting.
And when we wake up, we do drop the exhaustion level, right?
Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
long rest.
long-
once you
yeah.
take a long rest.
Whew, thank God.
Alright, I just want to again make absolutely certain. I'm at 1574 experience points. Everybody else sort of similar around that?
I'm at 1639.
1451.
Remember, you guys do have different experience values, so.
Yeah, we're not all going to be on the same page.
Alright, then once everybody has gotten a long rest, that should be around just
Roughly
after the
8 hours.
afternoon. Just after noon.
Yeah.
The
The sun is high in the sky, and there's
Let's
just
finally get the fuck out of here after what? 3-4
Alright.
sessions.
yeah.
Before we go too far, or before we start taking off, I'm gonna go and find more of the like loose cloth that I can find around. Take it to the puddle in the middle, start washing it, and give everybody like cloth headbands and masks to cover their face.
Yeah.
Why?
That way, when you're walking around, you won't get like heat stroke, and you can put water on it and keep
yes,
yourself cool.
Well,
And,
there is a cool breeze. It is about roughly.
This is, we have established this is not a.
This
like
is not a
Sahara
hot.
desert.
Yeah, this is not a Saharan desert.
This is more like
Equatorial
another,
desert. Yeah, that would probably be the better term for it.
well, also to keep off like sun exposure and
Yeah, that would be definitely good. Yeah, you are able to salvage enough cloth for everybody to get one of these. Actually,
one more-
in doing so, give me a perception roll, Josh.
yeah, perception. 17.
All right. So, with that 17, while you are out gathering things up, you hear in the distance a
It's a horse.
Oh shit!
Bow and arrow already out. Going to go
Damn
ahead
it!
and
It's
try and
King
find a way
Arthur
to
and his
hide.
troops.
I hear coconuts. What the hell?
Remember, aim at the coconuts.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead
Somebody
and
get
find
on the
some
walls
place
and tell him his mother smells of elevators.
oh god.
Leave my coconuts out of this.
I'm gonna go find some place to slip into and cover into stealth and longbow drawn out, arrow at the ready.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
10. Ooh.
All right. So,
I sort of I look at our friend like, what you doing?
it's midday. That's the whole deal. He does happen to find a decent perch, and he sets up well enough, but problem is, his armor is catching sun at the angle that he's at. And beyond that, there is the issue of just a little bit of the hardened mud comes out from underneath his boot and clatters down the side.
I
And
call out.
it echoes down the
What
the
did
long
you
hall.
say?
I'm gonna whistle at the party and point in the direction that I heard it coming from, and then hold the bow up as if to show that there's something coming.
Well, I grab up my shield and I grab up the master and I just walk out and face towards where he pointed at.
Well,
After
All
make
right,
sure
so
the helmet is fastened up and
Toph, Paris, and the other guards sort of snap to seeing you guys sort of like scatter about defensively. Paris calling out and Veresti something or another. You guys have no idea what she's saying, but
I do.
well, you do, but you're on top of a building right now,
Yep.
so you hear jack and shit. So, but Toph does ask, What is it? What's going on?"
something's incoming.
You have a spyglass? Something?
Do you know how much a spyglass costs?
He reaches into
Do
his.
you know?
He reaches
Do
into
you know
his
what my
robe.
salary is?
And he slowly reaches into
Man
his
pulls out
robe
a
and
spyglass.
yeah, pulls out a spyglass.
This is what I make in a year. Let me see this.
Look, hey, oh, be careful with that. It was given to me by the minister.
also it's not just a spyglass; it's an ornate spyglass.
Yeah, it is a very ornate spyglass.
Starts grumbling under something.
So for all you know, this is worth 3 times as much.
Yeah.
So they see what's coming.
Starman actually pulls out his own spyglass as well to watch. Okay,
Where
so
did you get that, Starman?
You're looking through the spyglass. You can't see it. Your peripheral vision is fucked.
yeah, peripheral visions. Just like, looks up, puts it down for a minute, and looks to the side and catches it out of peripheral vision. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Anyway, what do they see?
Yeah. Okay. So, what they see is a small dust cloud moving aside. Davian has a fairly good shot of it. It seems that they are coming from the west, over towards more towards the railroad tracks. It seems to be that they're going to be skirting the town. However, as they draw closer, and what those with the spyglasses are able to discern, these people are kind of loaded with, a lot heavier goods than what you saw with the lizard-mounted bandits from before. This actually seems to be some kind of caravan, actually.
I
Let
look
them
towards
pass? Or
I
do
look
What
we
is
towards
it?
them. What do you say?
Yes, what do you see? Come on, tell us!
some sort of caravan? I'm trying to decide if we should actually interact with it or not.
Toph looks over to the others and looks back. Of course we should interact with it! We're stranded out here! The others, like,
take
the-
a signal whistle and call towards my horse. Boss, do you want me to intercept them?
Sure.
All right.
Gavrian, oh, get a killing field ready just in case.
Already done.
I can take one more.
One of the
If you
triplets
don't mi-
volunteers, Timmy.
All right. So not Ludwig. No, not Ludwig. Fuck, that's a different game. Augustus. Augustus is not going to come in and actually like.
I can go
confront
with
it.
them. It's fine.
All right. I hope you don't mind jostling. Hang on tight. Oh, and get something soft under your family jewels. I'm on top.
And the Iron Defender can't keep up with the horse, so
Can he keep up?
yes, he can. Your horse has got what, 50 movement?
I have a riding horse. It should be like 60. Let me double check.
Quick horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like it was trained and bred to be a fast mount. Yeah, it's 60 feet.
Okay, so
It's only
You'll be-
10 feet faster. I can pace myself.
yeah, the Iron Defender has a movement speed of 40, so
All right. But I can actually like.
Yeah. that's you don't need to be
I
going
could
full
turn
out.
towards
So.
top. Having the reputation of a great engineer would be quite beneficial. Do you want to join in?
You know, we should probably leave him here, just in case that they don't like people from his nation, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Tell Biter to stay, and hop, hop, and we go out. Make way towards to intercept the caravan.
All right, so you kick up a bit of dirt and dust as you fly along, sagebrush nipping at your at your thighs exposed down below.
Wait, I'm wearing...
If you have exposed, I'm saying.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. But
I'm wearing trousers.
okay, fair enough. But
You will definitely need stuff. You need like actual like riding leathers and shit. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah. riding a horse is a little rough.
Oh, I know.
All right, so Koki goes, trousers? How barbaric. I like that. I like that. Right then. So, you guys are able to ride out, and initially you see the caravan in kind of a loose formation, but as you begin to draw into their viewing range, you see them start to pull a little bit tighter, and you see the telltale gleam of silvery metal spears carried by the 4 guards.
Oh, those are some fancy looking spears.
I'm gonna keep my arrow trained on them. The moment that I see anything go down, I'm gonna be holding an attack at somebody that tries to swing.
How far are they actually?
At this point, they are roughly at about 700 yards from you, and they are starting to slow.
Yards,
700
so
yards.
2,100 feet.
Yeah, you are not going
Not
to
anywhere
be,
fucking close. I'm surprised I even saw them.
You
Yeah.
can see it's mostly the cloud that you saw. The spyglasses made it a hell of a lot easier for the others to see it.
Shit, saying 700 yards with a modern optic is hard.
Okay, maybe
it's
there's a
probably
magic-
still like we can see the dust cloud. Wait,
You can see dust clouds up to like 2 or 3 miles
Yeah.
away.
The dust cloud
With
is
the
what we're
naked
saying.
eye.
Yeah.
Naked.
Yeah. So, as you guys sort of like draw closer and stuff, you hear shouts in a language that you are not familiar with. It seems to be in a commanding tone, and you see that while the caravan has slowed, those guards are starting to flank around the pair of you.
and when they begin to do that, I begin to slow down to a stop. And I'm like, oh, easy there, we're friendlies. No need for aggression.
The guards exchange, like, you can... It's kind of hard to see under the... What was it?
Fuck, I never
the
did
clothing.
update my languages. Goddamn, I keep forgetting to do that.
But they look between themselves and sort of, like, hold steady at where they're at as a fairly well-dressed man on the back of a white stallion approaches. He's got a very, very, like, fine sort of outfit. Looks a lot like kind of how do you call it? Like a Bedouin chief.
Sort of to quote an Alabama cop, what race is he?
Wait, what?
To quote a cop, what race is he?
He. Damn. It took me a second to get that too. God damn. He is. He seems to be Sanubian.
It's Nubian.
He speaks with a very thick accent. What is your business?
I turn towards Augustus and
We've ran afoul of we've run afoul of some bad luck of recently. Ended up being stranded here during a transportation job.
The man sits there and pulls at his beard for a moment. You're survivors from the wreck from the iron carriage down the way, yes?
Yes, we have survived the that ensued after being attacked by the local by some of the few locals that we've so graciously met.
He squints a bit at what you've said and, like, spares a glance back behind him. You can see that there are, inside of a covered wagon, well-decorated covered wagon, the peering faces of some women, some children, and a few lesser, not as swarthy, like imposing men. He sits there and breathes a bit of a sigh. Are you two the only ones that survived?
No, there's a few others with us.
The man turns and barks a few orders in the language that you do not recognize. Alright, where are your others? What are the other survivors of your party?
We're currently held up in a monastery that we've, an abandoned monastery, and it seems to be some old trading outpost of a town.
Not in Al-Shapara. He points over back behind from the direction that you came.
Sure, we'll go with that.
You have not spent the night there, have you?
Oh, we have, and we've met the residents. We took care of them as well.
He sits there and holds a hand to his chest, looking a bit shocked. The guards all looking between them. Are any of your people wounded?
Took a few injuries, but nothing too serious.
Well, one of our friends got particularly banged up, but otherwise we're quite fine. If you have a we have a healer among us, and he has been taking care of him.
Creator,
We're a quite
Creator
skilled
smiles
band.
upon you. One moment. He whistles to a couple of his men to come over, starts speaking to them in the language that they had been. He seems to have to bark a few, extra things at them for returning to look at you. We will send some of our men to ride with you to try and get them. We have some spare horses. We are on our way to the border checkpoint. The border checkpoint to the north. We will have to pass through the high marshlands, but there will be plenty of water and how do you say it? Hunting in the area to restock food supplies. You are more than welcome to come along with us. We already have picked up another stray like you.
Really? Who would that be?
He goes and turns around and makes a gesturing motion to the covered wagon, and a fairly tall individual is poking her head out, a pair of gleaming black horns poking out of the top of her head.
What?
Come. I think these men might know you.
What?
You were on the train as well, yes? I'm sorry, the iron carriage. What is train? I do not know what this thing is. This word is not known to me.
Oh, what? She's very confused. Like, what is going on? I don't know these people. I need to get to the border. I have a mission.
Well, I mean, it seems that they do too, but...
Yeah. I go back to the carriage.
She is a bit of an odd one.
Apparently so. I am transporting a VIP though, so I was able to save a few people off the carriage with the help of my compatriots here.
Shit, I'm trying to hold on. Just let me regather myself. Woo, woosa, woos. That is very good that you were able to do this. There were not many survivors of the Young Garage's wreck.
Yeah, it's like
All
it was
of the
designed by an imbecile.
I would not know. As far as I know, these things are strange. These are
In the distance, you hear a sneeze.
soft. What the devil was that? I think I'm getting sick. Paris, fetch my pills.
Just like
But they go ahead and they gather up the horses to go head with you to sort of pick up everybody else. There are enough horses to be able to carry everyone, so long as they.
We still have the wagon.
Yeah, you do have your wagon and your orc saddle. You're able to like exchange this info and while things are getting arranged. He does mention that your wagon is going to be slow. It is very slow. Or the pinchy pinchies, they do not move fast as horses.
well,
No, but they are reliable.
they're reliable and it's kept us alive so far.
Hey, if that is the case, you are more than welcome to use it, but he will have to keep up with us. We do not want to be out in the open for too often. The big lizards, they come.
Oh yeah, we've already shot one of those to death. So
There are more, trust me.
Kind of hard to eat, but kind of managed.
Well, you all have a certain love for life, it would seem. By the way, I am Papa Kasim.
Well, great, Papa Kasim. We are very thankful for you. Thankful. Actually, speaking of eating, and I actually take out one of the inspiration ration pack. When I toss it to him, maybe you should try this. Some of this, which was made from the Allosaurus.
He catches it and pauses, taking a whiff of the packaging. He goes and he seems to he smiles and like laughs. You know you spice.
Yeah, I know a bit of this, bit of that.
oh,
No,
we haven't
no, no, no.
introduced ourselves. Let's. He is Boulder, and I'm Augustus.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet the pair of you.
But yeah, once the greeting starts, I actually do remove my helmet finally.
Such an odd duck.
Northman and you I cannot place. You fair-skinned.
What was the Roman-like empire that you were in
Taraz.
this world? That was
You're Tarazi.
Yeah,
Yay.
Tarazi.
Represent.
Well. Hey, you! Sorceress! Come back! They will probably need your help out there. He turns, shouting it back at the woman that you all saw before.
I just got in the carriage. What the hell?
They will
Working
need
out
your
those
help,
leads.
probably. That town, as we have told you when we were coming through here, is dangerous. They have survivors, and they need help.
Fine.
We scooped you out of the desert just like them.
Yes, but fine. Fine. I'm not going to argue. The faster we get this done, the faster we can go.
I start
Where am I
smoking
going?
on the Krampus hornpipe.
He smiles broadly. he turns and looks to the others. I like her spirit.
I blow out a puff of smoke looking like a snowflake.
You are a snowflake.
Very much so. I would like to get out of this goddamn desert.
You and me both. Let's go. Where am I going? Who am I riding with? I don't have a horse.
You are outfitted with a horse along with the others, and you and a couple of the other guards are accompanying for security. Be able to go out and to pick up everybody else and come back.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. I kick the horse. I'm off.
Not on the horse, just kicks it.
You stupid horse, whack!
Oh, that was interesting. I guess you have to walk the almost mile. No, I'm joking. Alright. So we show up at the place with Toph and Paris.
Toph, Paris, Jimmy, Limmy, and Timmy, and Ben, and Barrel Eye, and the others. Starman, and...
Just sitting there tracing this other person that's following them with an arrow the entire time.
I raise my hand to tell, signal him for him to drop it.
Do I see this in my peripheral?
What's your passive perception?
That's a good question.
Should be 10
If
plus
it's above
your...
if it's above a 10,
Yeah, if it's above a 10, you
You're
definitely
fine.
see him, but, like...
11.
Yeah. You notice, like, something kind of gleam out of the corner of your eye, and you see just, like, this guy clad in pure black with kind of strange Eastern armor clinging to the side of a building.
I look straight at him, and my black eyes with dark blue irises look right at him with a glare. Bring it.
Black eyes with blue irises versus red eyes. Let's go.
Kick off, go faster. Let's get out of here. I'm done.
Well, he's, like, right next to the place where everybody's at, and they're just, like, loading up stuff. They all kind of, like, look at you.
Well, everyone nice and organized as we walk up. Seems like we're going to be able to hitch a ride with these very fine gentlemen and lady.
Thank you.
Go ahead and
Oh, that is
shoot
good.
the arrow. One more thing I actually wanted to do, if we can go back like 10 seconds.
Mhm.
I was actually going to try and get like a little bolt of cloth together, and I was going to sit there and try and get as much of the like mushrooms to grow with the water, and then scrape them down and make an actual like little satchel pack of all of these mushrooms to carry with us.
After a little bit of experimentation, you find that you don't even need to do that. You can do that off of your own cloak. It doesn't seem that, no matter how well that you clean it, anytime water gets on it, your cloak begins to grow mushrooms.
I know, but I mean, so that they dry. So I'll have some already drying, kind of thing.
He wants to harvest them and have them start drying.
Yeah. If you just harvest them, then like you're not going to be able to get like a bolt of cloth here. But I mean, you can dust out an old rug. Lee Chen
Wait.
gives you a very dirty look if you're doing that, trying to use an old rug for a.
Actually, I'm going to take that bucket. The one that I was
Okay.
using, that leaky bucket, and I'm just going to start stacking mushrooms in there.
Okay.
I'll just put that in with everything else.
I shoot a glance towards the statue and think, such a shame to leave such a gigantic chunk of resources in my head. But
Lee Chen just like equally shoots a dirty glance at you.
I ain't
Oh, no.
touching it.
You're damn right you're
Oh.
not touching it. It's holy
there is
sight.
something I want to ask,
What?
because I nearly forgot. I've had that dragon statue in my possession for a long rest. And I distinctly, if I remember correctly, there was a magical aura about it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried about what is happening with the statue now that I would technically be attuned to it.
Well, let's see. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes. As I said yesterday, Terra, Goblin here has no self-preservation techniques.
Okay, so,
I am staring at the building.
the building has a bit of an ominous feeling, as does this entire abandoned town. It's very, very old. It is in, for what the others have already seen, it is stuccoed and in an ancient Chinese style sort of building. A lot of dragon motifs everywhere.
We still never did find that clay furnace here.
I don't recall about it now. I don't think you guys
I
did.
asked about it like 9 sessions ago now.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I can't remember on it. But yeah, I'm gonna need Balder. I need you to give me a DC. Not a DC. Give me a Wisdom save.
Whew. Oh!
Ouch.
Hold on. Let me check something. Fuck. No. There it is. I think. I will use an inspiration which I've yet to use to make that have that advantage.
It's better. Significantly.
Significantly better. So you feel nothing. You feel nothing.
Yay!
Also, you are all not allowed to to have that as meta knowledge. Literally nothing has happened.
That's fine. Did I cast
Actually-
Identify on that last time?
Nope, you
No,
went
you
all the
didn't.
spell slots.
No,
I
he,
can
he-
use
no,
Identify as a
he
ritual.
He can do it as a ritual, but you took off early.
Oh,
So-
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's just sort of a
Yeah, I have
skit.
to run-
We were
Yeah.
kind of busy.
Yeah, I go from straight here straight into another game, so.
Yeah. By the way, try to avoid doing that because that there was a good extra bit of the session that you missed right there.
No. Well, I'm currently running a heist, so.
So sheathing the arrow, putting the bow back across my back, and climbing down, and getting ready to take off.
All right. So everybody manages to load up. Toph is a little bit surprised by things, but I'm gonna need everybody to roll me a d20.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone.
17.
All right.
We got 2 17s.
8.
Oh, mouse. All right, so and for them, okay. Everybody who has rolled under 10, I want you to, on like either a piece of paper or like somewhere in your notes, say that you have 1 pip of exposure, just like 1 count of exposure right now, out of a maximum of 6. The exception being, Terra, your character has a maximum of 9.
Okay. Well, I didn't get any, but yes.
I'm just saying for this. This is the you guys have been out and about in the dust out here for quite a while. The Ferropulvis is kind of it's getting back into the air, and you have slept in it for several nights. The stuff is not exactly good for you. It is quite literally contaminants of the salt crystals out in the sands. So, nothing to really worry about right here. You just know that you have a little bit of contamination. Treat it like radiation.
I don't. Haha.
What here?
Wow, feels very familiar.
It's
It's not like I've gone through this before.
I mean, to be fair, this was by random when I made like the choice to start this here for this campaign. It was based on random chance, so it just so happens to line up a little bit with where you guys left off in Gran Terra. I'm sorry, or not Gran Terra, fucking Gamma World.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yes, there is a exposure mechanic for you guys to keep up with. I have, on my DM sheet, I am keeping track of it as well, in case you guys forget about it or you miss a session. I will be able to do that for y'all, which, surprisingly, the two I thought would definitely, would definitely, take bad to it. Have, yeah, no, everybody else is perfectly fine. Just Starman, Ymark, and... yeah, just Starman and Ymark end up taking, exposure.
Cool.
I can imagine with Starman, it comes down to the fact of being, well, not a native to this world. Ymark is just a nerd. He's not as robust.
Hey, I'm actually fairly robust.
Shut up, nerd! No, I'm kidding.
Actually, actually have a decent con check, so.
Yeah. Alright, so, right then.
This nerd doesn't miss in leg day.
Shit.
He knows when the fuck to run away.
That's a good
Well-
nerd.
Most of the time.
Alright, so,
Unless it's interesting.
you guys are able to sort of pack it in and meet back up with the caravan proper. It's actually a fairly large caravan here, and you find that it seems to be an entire village moving. Papa Kasim is the chieftain of these people here, and they're definitely Sanubian. Some of them do speak common, so you're able to sort of like intermix with them. Those of you not wanting to ride horses or ride on your old, what is now kind of ramshackle wagon from the crash, you're more than welcome to hop onto the various the various covered wagons that the other people populate in. There
I
is
would like to take a horse.
okay. Those
I'll
of you
stick with a card in the Orklet?
Orc saddle.
What was it? Orc saddle. Yeah, Orc
Yeah.
saddle. I'll stick with the Orc saddle and the card that we currently have. Also, my gigantic fuck off future project in the back.
Yeah, that would be where it is. That's the other thing. Most of the others could not fit back there with that thing in there very comfortably. Speaking of, the guards and the others have all sort of hopped in with the other people and have made themselves comfortable. And apparently Davian is now talking to his horse. He
You can
finds
do
it.
that, Ranger.
Yeah, he is a ranger. I'm just saying. But he does find out the horse's name is, in the language of his people, it is Bojack.
Oh.
But those who have opted to hop into the inner portion of the caravan are assaulted with, curiously enough, the wonderful smells of many different spices, cooking meats. Like this is very much a village in motion.
Lovely.
It was it becomes no surprise to find out why there was such a cloud moving behind this party moving around. You also find out that some of the inner carts are actually not even carts at all. They are they're not Ankes, but some kind of strange large beetle that the people have sort of worked a cart into its carapace.
Well, that's quite an interesting sight.
They
Not
are.
my aesthetic, but interesting.
You find that there are all kinds of colorful patterns and things made for the various cloth that hangs over the different constructions. And yeah, people are quite friendly. It turns this, what was originally a very drab and rough survival trip, into something that was a lot nicer. Those of you who are riding ahead with Papa Kasim, he sort of plays in between for you and the others, including Barreleye, the once bandit that you guys saved. Turns out you find out that that he was the son of the bandit leader, and she abandoned him.
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
She had always said that Barreleye was too weak and that he was a coward. Which
Oh, don't
he
worry,
does.
Barreleye.
He does admit to
fine.
being. Well, he admits to being a coward wholeheartedly.
There's nothing wrong with being a coward. I tell him this. Cowards survive.
I narrow my eyes at him.
Yeah, but you do find out from both him and Papa Kasim that the bandits are definitely a local nuisance. They are the Great Lizard Tribe, led by Amin al-Akbar. She has sort of risen to prominence in the fact that she has a djinn under her control, conjured from ancient treasures. And from
Wait,
what
What
Papa
was her name again?
Amin al-Akbar.
Can you spell that for me?
Here, I'll post it in the D&D chat.
Oh, I totally butchered that spelling.
I mean, it happens. I'm working with Arabic names, so it does have different phonetics. So
Amin Alikbar.
yeah. But what's it? You do find from Papa Kasim that the bandits have been hunting for somebody. Word on the caravan trail is that they were humiliated. And Amin is looking for the heads of those who did it.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah.
I wonder who it could be also. Papa Kasim says, stroking his beard and just grinning at you all. Tell me again, how was it that you killed the big chump, the how does it say, the Allosaurus?
We
He's
hit
sitting
it
there-
really
he's
hard
eating-
with this, and I
while he-
throw my sword.
Oh, no, while you're explaining this, he's eating the ration that you gave him.
Well, I just hit it really hard with my sword. That's basically it. Also, he has some juju stuff.
Okay, so while that's going on in the front, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm sitting on the cart basically by myself, so unless Starman's there with me.
I'm checking out the food in the caravan.
That's what I figured.
You're not in the cart alone, sir.
No, she's with Nina is with you.
Oh, lovely.
Also,
My
by the
eyes
way,
full.
if you do ever want to switch off, there are extra people that can take over. You guys are traveling close enough together that small planks can be put between the various carts and stuff for somebody to walk over, take the reins from you, and allow you to.
God. Oh, that caravan is much larger than I expected. Woo!
Yeah, no, it's big. It's a big caravan. Like I said, that's why you guys could see it from so far away. It's literally a mobile village.
Well, if it's like that, I might as well just. Is there a way to? Is there like a platform for mounts to rest or some shit like that?
For mounts, actually yes. It's further towards the back, but there is a a platform that one of the guards will have to sit there and drop it, and it's on the back of one of the giant beetles. And
Well,
you
might
can
as
get
well
your-
just do that and just explore this thing instead of just being at the front.
Well, I mean, you were keeping Papa Kasim company.
I'm pretty much gonna just stick up at the front and help guide everyone with my awesome abilities of being a ranger. Keep the caravan moving at proper pace.
Once we this village stops and everybody has rest, I'll interact with Kasim a little bit more when I'm not out with the party hunting.
Yeah, fair enough.
I guess I'll take up a horse and go spend time with Papa Kasim to learn about the region because I'm interested.
I will definitely listen in on that.
Well,
Why?
Reasons.
he's a ranger. He likes nature and shit. He's a fucking hippie. Dirty, stinking hippie. I mean, what?
Also, might as well get it out of the way, and it only takes 10 minutes. Get the fucking statue identified.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can do that.
Yeah. Do you guys want to do that at the we'll
takes
call it
10 minutes.
a rolling tavern. That's the best way I can come to try and quantify this sort of thing. This is a very
There's a tavern. All right, yeah.
Very very big air quotes tavern.
I can just imagine there's a little dock
Like a
station. You ride
canteen.
your horse into it and lift your horse up and just has them hovering there above the ground.
The larger ones of these, yeah, they will have that.
Also, let's just say that the biter, just for convenience, is just hanging around with Paris.
Yeah, Paris, Toph, and the triplets 3 are all just sort of taking a much needed rest and just trying to stay a bit warm, enjoying some of the little hearths that are traveling along with them. And yeah, Biter is right there along with the children from the village are quite keen on Biter.
As children ought to be.
Yeah, the canteen is a little bit more centrally located, and you notice that there are a few of the guards who weave their way through now and again to come in. You see a few of them also leave back out with clay jugs on their hips, some of them swigging from them. So, let's see here. You were wanting to just to go inside, or
Well, yeah, I mean, why not? And
okay.
do that with Vivark.
Yeah.
So
Oh
we
yeah,
can-
yeah. You guys were wanting to do the to identify it, right?
Identification.
Okay. Go ahead and because you guys are
He spends
doing
10 minutes and identifies it.
yeah. For the identification, while he is doing so, give me another wisdom check or wisdom save.
Alright, will do. Come on, come on. Ooh. Yeah.
Alright. This ain't gonna be pretty. Take 11 psychic damage.
Ah!
Worst migraine this week.
Ooh.
Basically. You're suddenly overcome by a terrible wave of nausea, and your head feels like someone has driven a spike into it.
I have a music box.
And you...
God.
Oh, that was... Oh... You're distinctly confused now. This is gonna last for a while. In specific, about 4 hours.
Oh.
Why, Mark?
Yeah.
With you keeping Balder corralled and being very careful of this object now, as you're examining over it, you have discovered that it is an idol of chaos. Anyone who is not of a chaotic alignment who makes contact with the metal of this object becomes cursed.
Huh.
Well, good thing I don't have to touch it to identify it.
Can I have it?
Apparently, it was despite it looking like it's very, very valuable, and a few prying eyes trying to looky-loo at it. Yeah, this was locked up at the top of all of those traps and things in that dungeon for a reason.
I'm going to take Mage Hand, which I think I have. I do. And take it from Balder. And go put it in a very deep sack. And then I'm going to melt it down at some point.
Alright.
Balder, don't touch again.
He just probably there caressing his head as if he just had just the previous night had a massive drinking binge.
Well, you're also confused for the next 4 hours.
Yeah. All right. What does
A very massive drinking binge.
Who am I?
What are pants?
I thought
Right,
I
what
had
does
Ashley chaps.
confusion
Fuck
do?
those chaps.
1 second. Confusion does. In 5th ed. Conditions. Where's my cheat
all right?
sheet?
I am 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 conditions.
You can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of your turns to determine your behavior for that turn.
Yeah.
You have basically turned into
Confusion sucks.
what's his name? Was it Matt Damon? Matt Damon in Confused and Irritated. What? Oh, huh? Oh, but why? Huh? Oh.
No, I think it's probably worse than that.
There, that way you'll have the thing for it. You want to look at it more?
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. Ah.
3 nutshells. I like those components.
Oh my god, it really is 3 nutshells.
Yeah, a lot of the components inside of 5th ed spells are nothing but jokes.
However,
I like that though.
just out of curiosity, since he did not identify, what happened? What would have happened if I were chaotic?
It would have done nothing to you.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Oh,
only
so it's
it
just,
affects it affects everyone who is not of a chaotic alignment. So neutrals
So-
and lawfuls, whether they are good or evil.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna go put it in the sack in the back of the cart and put a "Do not touch" sign on this fucker. Penalty of getting bit by a very large animal. When I say animal, I mean mechanical beast.
That is
What
a
if
very
it's
long
chaotic
note.
neutral?
What if it's a chaotic neutral? Then yeah, it
Yeah.
wouldn't do anything to you.
Sweet.
Oh god.
I mean, other than that, it's just a big hunk of gold.
Well, gold,
Which is-
gems, etc.
Yeah, we're
No,
about
they're
there.
also
and
gems,
using it
that's
as a bludgeon that confuses your enemies on.
That could work.
That's actually a really interesting sort of way of making use of that.
I was
Wait,
already
so-
thinking of it, but I can't use it because I'm lawful neutral. So
Just put it at the end of a stick.
I have mage hand, so actually I could just go around and bump people with it. Fuck it, it's going into Waymark's
Oh my
sack
God.
on. It's going on the back of the Iron Defender, and I just occasionally pull it out and start smacking people with it.
That's fucked up, man.
Oh, yay, I'm cursed.
Hey, it gives me a 4th level spell for free.
Well, it's what was it? 4-hour curse. So at this point, it's a 4-hour
That's better
curse.
than this. Confusion only lasts a minute at 4th level, so
We'll see if it works.
hey, it's worth a shot.
Yeah. Just imagining you guys just
So,
bludgeoning
yeah,
people with
he's
this
gonna
fucking
just
idol,
be
though.
sitting there fucking miserable.
Yeah, unfortunately. People would offer you kind of like wine or maybe water, and you just like you have like that airplane moment where you toss the drink in your face instead, and clearly you have a drinking problem.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
you're wearing a lamb shank as a hat.
I thought this would happen, but what if I take a drink from the monastery water?
Roll me a d20 to see if you have enough sense to do so.
The doo-doo
Nope.
stick technique.
No. Your drinking problem has exacerbated. You have hit yourself in the head with the water skin, and now a chair is talking shit to you.
I tried to give him a neck rub. This works for my people. To see if it helps with the headache.
Give me what?
A neck rub.
Neck rub.
I'm going back to my cart.
I never laughed.
I'm probably too busy just arguing with the chair in Arthurian or some shit.
Special. I pat him on the head and leave. There ain't no helping you.
Not that much different from his usual acting.
Look, some nights he's drunk, some nights he touched the wrong thing, okay? Don't judge him.
Whoa. Whoa. Didn't anybody ever tell you not to touch yourself in public?
Woo! Alright, so, back on track. You guys do notice, passing through some of the places, one of the common-speaking people ask if you happen to know this fuzzy little guy who is laid up in a bunk, snoring very loudly.
I just facepalm.
So, apparently, yeah, Waymark is able to identify it. It is Professor Gizmo.
Of course he would survive. Of course the fucker he would survive of all people.
Yeah. Well, as it turns out, Professor Gizmo had missed the train to begin with, and just happened to. They explained he's like they couldn't get rid of him, but the children like him, and so he entertains them, and they've kept him around. He also seems to be a little bit handy with the still.
Has any... I turned to look at them. Has any women come up missing for a few hours?
What? The guy sits there and pauses and gives you a funny look, but just... That you mention that there has been well, Alaka's wife, oh no. He seems deeply concerned, and he goes off to go talk with somebody in another compartment.
Start facepalming again. I'm gonna go find the thing and the little Gretchen and throw him into the back of the cart. Still asleep.
Oh no, you guys were passing him. He is asleep right now. He's just
Okay,
he's just on a bunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab him by the scruff of the neck and throw him in the back of the cart.
He's pretty knocked out. Mouse, sorry, go on. Mouse?
What?
You were trying to say something?
No?
Oh, I thought you were trying to say something. Right then. Yeah, you are able to toss him back there. He weighs almost nothing. He's about 4 foot nothing. The guy seems to be just dead tired.
Yeah, I bet you've been up to some extracurricular activities, and as I basically put the Iron Defender right next to him.
Bork. It just sits there.
Yeah, just looking at him. It's the first thing he's going to see when he opens his eyes. It's the gigantic metal monster. That's bigger than he is.
Alright, so, transferring back to the front of the caravan with, I imagine, Nina rejoining, the talk between Papa Kasim and, Davian.
Yes.
Davian, what are you discussing with Papa Kasim?
I was just listening in on the talks about the land. Probably just occasionally being like, yeah, we should avoid this area. It looks weird.
He explains...
That's probably quicksand.
Actually, he does have quite a bit to tell you about the land. His family has been... He refers to the entire village as his family, incidentally. His family has been moving through these lands for a long time. These Northlands are not very well tamed by the Dragoi, and despite the Sanu's disdain for their former masters, they still have sort of ended up locked to the same lands as them. So these areas, they're not very fond of the Dragoi, and he does sort of remark that maybe it would be best for your triplet friends to cover up. The others do not see. He also explains about how that they're just making kind of an annual pilgrimage there to Al-Dasahin in the north, across the border. And that's why they've been following along at this point. They had recently come from the Spire village at the top of Mount Ashab. I am not used to speaking these kind of continents. Al-Shabir, the big mountain that is been to the left of you all in your travels. Though he does explain that you guys are going to ascend up the other side of the canyons here, heading up the what he calls the Medio Plateau. This place is, at the top of it, apparently a huge, thriving marshland. One of the few, naturally, really wet places here, and no one is quite sure why. But after that, and, the village has restocked on supplies, they will head back down north, going down the front face of the Medio Plateau, following the dry river to the oasis. And from there, he's going to lead you all through the deep sands and along up back to the railways to find the border. And he says it's going to take about 5 or 6 days. Was there anything in particular you wanted to learn about our lands?
The deep sands. What dangers lurk there?
Oh, not as bad as further north, but the deep sands, they contain ash core. He makes a chomping motion with his hand and putting up like what looks to be like a spiny fin on the back of it.
So these ash cords, they're
Yes.
choppy, finned things.
They swim through sand like fish does water.
Oh, that's lovely.
They're very dangerous. Our villages must travel quickly. This is why we told you that we were worried about your orc saddle. If you had not, happened upon us, under the great creator's will, you very, very well may have been lost. There's also worm, big worm out there.
There's always a big worm.
Always.
It is words, sand dragon.
It's that kind of worm. Okay.
So
Yep.
I know that there are sand sharks and a sandworm.
He also ends up telling you about that there's quite a few different species that exist in this particular area. There are a kind of winged creature that exists up here that is something akin to like a pterodactyl. And that they nest up on the cliffs.
The more I hear this, the more I want to build something full auto.
Aside from that, he also does warn about the Yonti.
Yonti.
Would I know what the Yonti are?
Not again.
They are serpent people, dangerous, very shifty. You do not trust them. They speak like us, but they are not like us.
Not to interrupt, you said this place had a market built into it, right?
No, there was no market built into it. I said that there was like a canteen.
A canteen, okay.
Yeah.
Cantina?
It's more like it's where a lot of the communal cooking happens. It's where the stills are at, and like it's kind of like one of the larger beetles in the caravan for where the guards can sit there and come off. It's got some bunks at the top of it, and yeah.
I think it's time for some horse trading.
That is going to be expensive for you guys, just as a heads up.
I don't have any money to do anything.
I don't want a horse. I was using the term horse trading as in like just bargaining.
Oh,
trading
okay.
stuff.
Yeah, you can
I've
barter with
yet to
people
also,
in that way.
I've still yet to get the denomination of those 90 coins from the Dawn box.
They are of give me a history check.
Alright. History.
Would I also be able to
11.
roll that because I have the 37 old coins on me?
Yeah, you guys can study those coins at your leisure at this point. There's plenty more left of the day, and you're starting to move into the night.
Well,
I don't know anything about coins.
They have a dragon on them.
Well, I was thinking more of the material it's made out of.
The material is an alloy that you are not familiar with. Or it could be an alloy, it could be a metal, it could be, for all you know, it could be a fucking cut piece of crystal. It's quite light. It feels very strong. It does not bend or deform.
Huh.
But you can also tell that it is very, very, very old.
I'm going to keep this around just in case.
yeah, I'm already thinking of uses for this material.
You don't even know that I have this.
I know. Player-wise, I'm thinking of uses for the material, not character-wise.
Definitely make the
So, yeah.
distinction. But yeah.
Sand sharks, sand dragons, giant cliff bats that eat people, and serpent people. Anything else?
He does talk about that there are other things. He calls them barnacles. They're kind of a little bit kind of a danger around some of the places that that you guys will be setting up for what do you call it? Setting up for the night while trying to cross. They are basically there are portions of ruins that dot the deep sands. And they're essentially they have a solid rock bottom, so it'll be significantly safer in that place.
Oh,
Barnacles, the rock bottom.
Wait, what?
Sorry, my brain just like switched off for a second. Like Discord lagged at the same time.
Oh, no. There are ruins where you guys will be taking shelter that have a like hard bedrock base rather than the
Lovely.
deep sand. He does explain that why they call it the deep sand is because it is literally just a huge thing of sand.
But what about the barnacles?
The barnacles? He has a lot of difficulty trying to explain it in common. But, like, from what you can tell, they're sedentary creatures that do not move anywhere. But they are carnivorous, like plants almost. You can give me a nature check to sort of like if you can
So go
recognize.
With my 0. Oh my god, 2 natural ones in a row.
Damn. Well, at least you did it right there. It's like, damn, there must be some fucked up plants out there. I don't want to get eaten by a cactus.
is there a cactus with a Lord Sombrero walking around?
It's not that big because this is still in the past.
No. But
Possibly a double-barreled hunting rifle.
all right. I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to have a quick intermission. I've got to go run to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Bathroom break.
Yeah. So if you guys need a bathroom break, go ahead and take it. Things like that. Y'all in the audience, we will be back in a just a quick jiffy.
Do I have enough time to like step out?
I'm gonna go and get some water.
Yeah, if you need to step out, step out.
Alright, I'll
Try
be back in
try
a
and wait for like a little bit later and things. But if you really need to, go ahead.
Alright, I'll be back in a sec.
Alrighty. Hey, thank you, WBFB Denny. That follow.
Daddy!
Alright, I am back. The others are...
Denny, I'm allowed to laugh as much as I want. I would. But you're really far away, sir.
Ryder, are you literally doing AutoCAD in the middle of the fucking game? Oh, he must be away using the bathroom or something. Terra, how are you liking the game so far?
I like it.
First game with us here.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully I don't scare you guys so much that you're like, okay, you can never play with us again.
Oh, you're fine. If anything, everyone's enjoying you. Let's see.
We'll see. We will see. Oh, poor Denny.
Oof. What to say? It's like, oh, that's not good.
Everybody loves Denny.
Trying to find an appropriate image for this.
Whoa, what? For what?
For the game?
Danny, that's because you weasel your way into everybody's heart, and that's just what you do, you freaking ghost. Denny is my ghost brother, by the way.
Okay.
JT is one of my best friends. We won a costume contest.
Nice. Shit. Google for image. Gotta be a bigger
And
version.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Hi!
Hey.
Is that really the largest image that they have of that? Motherfuckers. Well, and I'm borrowing a lot of aesthetics from this, so I might as well go full hog and just use the actual official art.
Excuse me, sorry.
Alright. Let's go right there.
Never.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take us off the be right back. We're still waiting on everybody else, but at least right now during the intermission, can take questions and also have it back opened up to the main screen.
Yay!
Granted, it looks jacked up right there, because reasons. There we go. But so you guys have a little bit of an idea of like what you're looking at and stuff, some of the style of dress for these people. Let's see. there actually any questions from the audience? By the way, we've got what looks to be like a lot of new watchers today, and I'm imagining these are all your friends, Terra.
Yes, it is.
We do. We try to do this every Saturday at 3 Central. But sometimes life happens and people don't show up.
Sorry about the wait.
Welcome back.
I had to take the girls out to walk them over.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to guess there are a lot of scimitars with this party.
With the village,
Yeah.
actually straight sabers.
Huh.
So something similar to what you would see in our world as a cavalry saber. It
So I'm going to guess they would be statistically, if they should just categorize it as scimitar.
kind
They
of
flavored.
you can like a larger one maybe, but like the thing is that these cavalry sabers, the reason why they are the way they are, and this is going to be a little bit of your background talking here. You know that these people have, like, finding metal is kind of rare for them. So, like, yeah, the straight sabers and things like that, these are trying to make the best use of what little metal that they can, pull from the earth. They're nomadic peoples to begin with.
They are not blessed like old glorious Arthuria.
No, they are not blessed at all like Etheria. These are the remnants of the slaves of the
Arthuria
Jedi.
rules the way.
Oh god, no. Look, we don't have Dev in this game. We can't do that.
Why not?
I don't know, reasons. I had a reason, and then I hit my CBD, and that reason kind of evaporated.
But
Speaking of, I need to refill this dang thing.
How long have we been traveling so far?
forever.
You guys have been traveling. It is now much later into the evening. You have made your way up this rickety old road, dotted, like, where the sand has been blown away, coming up this winding cliff
Do they have a
face.
spirit healer among them?
Hey, what?
A spiritual healer.
Yes, actually. But hold on with that thought. You guys have been going up this winding path where you see occasionally strange statues dotting along the side, where the wind has blown away the layers of sand. You can see what looks to have been a fairly handsome road at one point. You eventually are reaching damper areas, and those of you who are outside will notice the smell of a kind of a citrusy incense in the air. And if you are outside of the covered areas, you get a few insect bites now and again.
Son of a bitch.
But right then, so you were asking about a
Spiritual healer.
Spiritual
I
healer.
kind of want those 11 hit points back.
As far as it goes, they do have a wise woman there, and she does offer to try and mend you, but it will all depend upon if the gods find you favorable, or if their god, I should say, they're monotheistic.
Well,
You just imagine.
right, as I say, and make sure that my symbol of tear is not presentable.
As far as it goes, they don't care what denomination you are. But, they do distinctly have a, how do you call it, a certain ritual about everything that's going on.
Yep.
By the end of it, you are, sort of, like, bedecked in, random crystals. There is Pulvis purified and poured in different shapes and patterns down your now bare chest. And,
do they make me drink pure water?
yeah, they make you drink pure water.
You got that boss water.
And, yeah, it looks like, I mean, you feel more relaxed.
That's lovely.
It seems that you were not found in favor of the god of the Samu, the benevolent creator.
Yeah. Well, so long as I'm favored by the blind one, the one-handed blind one.
Yeah.
Give me a sec while I take my ice cream bowl away, because my cat has a quite keen interest in what is left in it.
Smart kitty.
Alright, so, while he's doing that, for, the rest of you, would somebody please
I want to.
roll a d20?
Yeah.
More
18.
than one person?
Nope, just
You rolled an
once.
18? Alright.
It's the encounter roll.
Well, we don't know if it's an encounter or not.
A million fucking danger beasts. Flying giant cliff bats of carnivorous. Wait, what were they called? The oversized rodents?
Rodents of unusual size.
Yeah.
Oh, before we get there, I would like you said they had a still?
Yeah.
What is the still made of?
Copper.
Back again.
Okay. It's made
Pretty
of
much.
copper. Did they make it or did they buy it?
You have no idea. But, as far as it goes, the, what is the word? The rumor around the campfire is that this still has been with the people here for as long as anyone can remember. And when prodding Papa Kasim about it, he doesn't even remember. He's just like, it has been here. It's just, it works. It's a still.
Does not ever have to be repaired?
He shrugs. This is how we make suravi.
Okay.
What is
He
shurabi?
Maybe you fair-skinned will take a proper taste of real man's drink. He offers it. It's a small clay vessel, and with a cork in the top, a wooden cork.
Well, I simply just pop the cork and I take a bit of a whiff.
It smells strong.
Ooh. Well, now I'm kind of feel ashamed that I still don't have the Arthurian champagne. Trade with him, but
Well, he's offering it to you, so
yeah.
it'd be rude to refuse.
Yep. I basically just sweet.
It is thick, it is syrupy, it is sweet, and it bites with the fire of the sun.
Ooh.
It is some kind of very, very strongly fermented wine.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah, it actually is quite tasty. Like, aside from the fact that you are now sweating profusely, it's kind of really nice.
Yeah. Ooh. How do the Russians say "mushy
Something about more?
Wait, what?
Nothing.
All right, so let me see here. So, you guys are starting to file into the high marshlands, and you can see the silvery telltale shimmer of water on the horizon for you. Looking back down the road and the cliff sides, you see the huge expanse of the desert that you were once at, and the prick of space that abandoned town that you were at still occupies. The sun is setting, and the sky is painted a myriad of different colors: purples, oranges, yellows, deep reds, and burgundies. It sort of paints the entire landscape in this warm glow. You hear up ahead some of the people starting to call out and slow down as the caravan comes to a bit of a squishing halt. Papa Kasim goes and turns to those of you who are sitting there breaking bread with him at the in the canteen along with a few other people. It seems that we are here. You're welcome to take any beds that are available and rest for the night. If you would like to volunteer to help out with the guard or everybody, it would be much appreciated.
At the moment, you know, the guard, I heartily stand up and volunteer.
Good man, good man. I like this one. He goes and claps Balder on the shoulder.
Yeah. Should my he be awake after my shift is done? I'll be happy to play a dice with it before bed.
You say this out loud?
Yeah.
It would seem Nina's ears are burning.
Why are my ears burning?
Dice were mentioned.
Oh.
Yay, compulsive gambler in the party. Now, yay. More things for me to clean up. I mean, what?
Did somebody say something about a game?
You a gambler?
Maybe a little.
Well, should the guard duty have a lull, I'd be happy to roll them bones with you. Should you have... And I will be okay with just a friendly game, but if you have the coin to game, that will be even more lovely.
Sure. I'm gonna help him keep watch.
Right. Also, Starman, you kind of have the right idea there. Posted up a image of what was it? Mortal Engines. Kind of a similar idea, except more biological than mechanical in this case. All right, so the party sets out. You notice that the caravan kind of expands a little bit. Some people going out and putting out little stalls and stuff like that, just to sort of like have places where they could cook or stretch their legs. They've been traveling all day. The patrols are, you know, fairly routine. What are the rest of you guys up to?
I'm probably sitting there trying to fathom a way about the mechanism that I've been pondering about since this morning.
Let's see.
Sitting there with the Iron Defender, just sketching in my notepad.
Davian, how about you?
I was going to go and find Paris and Toph once everyone settles down.
They are apparently helping with setting out the canteen for the evening. Seems to be
during my patrols, I'm going to call Backbiter.
You hear a lot of kids going, "Oh!"
He'll be back with you in the morning.
They do not understand
anybody
you.
who. I'm going to
Keep
guess
my
anybody
dog
who-
away from them.
Thought you had a big cat.
Big cat type thing, yeah. I should keep my creature away from them, yes. Probably give them nightmares. I want that.
Well, as far as it goes, your panther has been still on the back of the orc saddle, just sitting there glaring death at Professor Gizmo.
Exactly where he needs to be. Make sure the little fucker doesn't run off and starts fucking things again.
Also, before my patrol, I would like to approach Starman and ask politely if I were be allowed to borrow his handy dandy torch. No, he has like an actual torch, flashlight torch.
Oh,
It's not Starman's. It's
Oh
mine.
yeah, that's why.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I think. Alright, sorry, and then I correct my.
Can you not tell us apart?
It's been a while since it's been kind of a while since the last session and the last time it mentioned. I thought that it was a.
No, just a gnomish
remember.
flashlight that I ended up pocketing during the Christmas game.
Baldur's
I
been
thought-
4 hours being confused. I don't think he even remembers anyone's name anymore.
Yeah, we can chalk it up to that. So Starman apparently has had started a ritual of detect poison and disease, knowing that bugs that bite often are more of a threat than they appear. And actually, good thing that you have done that. You are able to definitely detect a myriad of different diseases carried by these insects. So, seems to be that might be the source of why all of the wagons are burning this particular spicy, citrusy smelling incense. Wherever the clouds of bugs hovering over the stagnant water of the marsh would come near those smoke clouds, they would dissipate instantly and move away.
So yeah, I'm probably just gonna continue helping Toph and Paris set up things and act as a impartial translator between Common and Dresti.
It seems that they are both very thankful for this, especially because of the language barrier that they had been having. Toph informing you of a very long argument that he had had with a man some carts down who kept trying to buy his niece.
How much was he offering?
Oh, don't you start!
Kidding.
So, yeah, it seems that this is, Davian was not kidding. Oh, God. I'm gonna... You know what? Roll deception.
Oh, this should be good. -1. Oh, 16.
His insight beats you. He squints and just popped you upside the head.
That probably hurt his hand. I actually have a helmet on.
He's kind of waving his hand a bit and just like dirty look giving you. Leave my He's alone. Filthy mercs. He's just like muttering to himself as he goes back to fixing things. Just readjusting his own like mask as a rebreather. Taking it
I'm
off
watching
finally.
this very intently.
What you will notice that Toph and Paris have taken off their masks that they had been using. You guys are high enough up away from the dust contaminants that the air is actually fairly clean.
Can I actually do a medicine check or a perception check to see if they are suffering from any exposure?
It would be medicine, but yeah, go ahead.
21.
21? They are actually fairly healthy. Seems that the masks that Toph had, which probably good enough to figure that he built them, that these are, that these have been keeping them. What did you cast?
I'm not. What?
You cast some.
There was an accident there because it didn't bring up any information.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, what? Anyways, yeah, you find that they're in actually pretty decent health shape. The contamination isn't really getting to them near as bad as it seemed to before. All right. So right then, so sleeping order. If you guys are taking sleeping order.
I'll be on
Oh.
last watch.
Yeah, I'll take mid watch, I guess. But before I take watch, I was going to go talk to Toph a little bit and start shooting ideas back and forth about the mechanism I was thinking of.
I'm going to do my watch. Just go ahead and roll perceptions for. No, he doesn't know. Dick. However, this asshole has fucking advantage.
What are you looking for?
I'm just doing my patrol, see if I see anything funny.
Oh,
Anything that is creeping up on us, or anything particularly dangerous.
nah. Even from the back of your horse, you don't really see too much going on. It's kind of a big sea of these tall reeds that are everywhere, with the occasional gooey puddle of mud.
I am inputting things. I don't know if that might be accidentally casting stuff.
Okay.
Oh
I
no, we got
apologize.
another wild sorcerer among us.
But Terra, you should have all of those, the spell cards that I had sent you.
Yeah,
And you still have the link for all of your spells from before?
right. I'm just inputting them.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
Alright, making sure. Anyways, so, yeah, you are not able to see anything there, Baldur. Alright. So, first watch...
Gambling. How
Oh,
did the
yeah.
gambling go?
Yeah,
Well, Baldur is just coming off of first watch, and, you guys are... Let's see, roll for your
gambling.
your kit. I believe it should be your perception
Intel.
bonus plus the skill
There's a-
associated, and
There is a
D20.
tool proficiency with a dice set.
yeah, she has it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, I rolled a 15.
Where did you roll a 15? Oh, on like physical. Oh, I
Yeah,
was confused
physically.
as shit. Okay, so you rolled 15 plus your yeah.
Is it charisma for dice?
No. What was your thing that you had associated on your sheet with it?
Dice is normally dexterity.
Usually
Ah,
is. So you had that.
Sleight of
Plus
hand.
2.
Okay, so +2, and then plus
17.
your
Proficiency.
yeah, your proficiency.
20. Not 20. 19.
So 19. All right.
Alright.
Goblin has to beat a 19 on that.
Before you do, how much are you willing to lay down?
1 gold.
Ooh, alright. 1 gold, then.
Big money.
Ooh,
Baldur lost.
you win the gold.
Now I have 6.
That beats my 8
I'm
silver.
good. I'm done. Have a good night. I walk off.
Alright.
Actually, I wanted to get my chess set out and play with someone again.
Chess?
Oh God! She's like a magpie for games.
I was playing with Paris before taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do chess.
So basically, you guys are kind of going back and forth, being nerds at the canteen. As
Trying to pretend that I'm smarter than I am.
Paris is kicking your ass again, by the way.
Yeah, we were equal tilt last time. It was 50-50.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see here. So, Ryder is playing with, I think probably another of the guards, or maybe even Papa Kasim sat down to it. Or no, Papa Kasim's asleep at this point.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thankfully, I have expertise in this.
All right. So, well,
I can get up.
who is on? Who has swapped out for the middle guard watch while the others are?
I said I was
Playing
going to
stuff.
do it.
All right. So,
Join him.
What was
Okay.
that, Starman?
Starman's gonna join him.
Alright.
All right. The pair of you, go ahead and give me perception rolls.
Okay. And Iron
Oof.
Defender.
Oof. Yeah.
Mecha Hoot! I don't have a character sheet for Mecha Hoot. 1 second, where's the owl character again?
Like, as far as it goes right now, you guys are getting shredded by insect bites out there. You, on your patrol route, you realize that it's gone beyond the protective fog of the sensors.
Oh, okay, gets a +1.
And it's sort of distracting you, like between the constant buzz of insects in your ears and the damned itchy bites.
Well, Mecha Hoot seems not to be bothered by it.
Yeah, your the Iron Defender was sort of, its vision is very limited due to the fact of the weeds being higher than it is tall. The reeds.
I just imagine doing its dog thing where it's just trying to snap like bugs out of the air.
I can imagine that too, yeah. But as for Mecha Hoot, you get a reactive, what do you call it? Dexterity save for the pair of you.
Well. Oh, I mean,
Mecha
the
Hoot-
Iron Defender can't be caught by surprise, so.
I mean, in this case, your machines are giving you early warning, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So go ahead and make a a dexterity save for the pair of you.
21. Do I need to do one for the Iron Defender as well?
Yes.
3. Poor Iron Defender. Your stats will get better.
Sorry, was I needing to make a save as well?
Yeah. All three of you. Okay.
What do you get jumped by?
You all, like, Mecha Hoot starts chirping violently as the Iron Defender growls and barks for the pair of you to move back. And in doing so, you hear the telltale whistle of something incoming as a huge fireball comes screaming down and nailing into the position that the Iron Defender was at.
One would think somebody would notice that in the middle of the night. But go
Well,
on.
no, it just was coming in at that point, so, like, it seems to have been a, some sort of, vessel filled with burning accelerant. The fire spreading over all of the reeds as the, Iron Defender, shakes and shrugs off the burning oil. A pair of you manage to avoid any wounds, but you see, now that your attention is facing out that way, a veritable sea of similar projectiles coming towards the encampment.
Oh, shit.
Do you raise alarm?
Yeah, that's quite obvious. We're going to sit there and raise alarm. I'm going to proactively cast Arcane Weapon on my crossbow.
All right. You
Guess
hear
I'm
on
coming
the
out of my dark corner.
Can't remember how
Things-
goddamn peaceful
I'm going to
night.
use Thaumaturgy to make the alarm sounding as loud as I can, and also cast Shillelagh as a bonus action on my...
Yep.
All right.
Excuse me.
We start running. Starman, do you want to run towards the source of these fucking fireballs, monstrosity things again?
In the
It
distance.
has a
Oh,
Gran that's clearly hiding fear, concern, but also very much clear that, yeah, look,
Let's go.
Right, so you hear the distant sound of seems to be screaming people. Not screaming in fear, but screaming in that same language, that Sanubian that you hear that the people that you're traveling with speaking. You, as they start to come out and into the plateau, you see huge rows of the reeds just breaking like water, or men dressed similar to Barrel-Eye, like the bandits that you fought before, riding on top of giant lizards.
Are they the ones throwing said objects at us?
Yes, sir.
Should we proactively start shooting the fuckers in the head?
You
I
can...
look towards Starman.
The,
not.
Alright.
The other guards are riding out as they are roused from their slumber back at camp.
How
Circling
far out
around.
am I from them?
You are about a little bit distant out. You're at the furthest edge of the circling guards who are now trying to defend the camp. Those ones that are not on horses are running around, taking buckets of muddy water and throwing them over places that have caught fire from the oil.
Yeah. I want to get within range of my crossbow and start firing. Also, what is the rest of the party doing at this point?
Yeah, that is a good question. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, I was probably at that time I had started to turn in, as in stripped out my gear, and now I have to spend time donning my armor back on.
All right. It's going to be a
Quick
hot
donning
minute.
armor is a great enchantment to get on basically any heavy equipment.
Yeah.
Anyways, hold on.
You can put armor on as a bonus action. It's like, what?
That's like ridiculous. That's like fucking Tony Stark bullshit right there.
Yeah.
I am pretty much not gonna do anything for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The worst thing is, Gator, is it's only a common enchantment in 5th Ed. So
No, I don't have a problem with it.
yeah, no, but it's cool. But like, comparatively for how useful it is,
Yeah, it is super common. Isn't it a transmutation, I believe?
let me find it real quick. It's quick donning armor where I think makes heavy armor where it takes at least an action, but still.
So, do we have like a map or something to see how this is going to play out?
Let me see here.
Because I would like to know if I could find any vantage points to either get up or to get prepared to intercept.
You can climb up on some of the things. There is no map set for this right now, unless you guys want a quick and dirty one. I was planning on this being a very loose combat. It's y'all's call. It'll take a little bit more time for me to set that up, and it is actually, yeah. I just looked at the time. It might be at the end of your availability here. It's 6:06.
I've got about another hour.
Got an hour? All right.
An hour.
How about the rest
Before
of you?
I have to go start setting up, because I'm going to be running this on my own this week, because my co-DM is out sick.
I'm good to go.
Mouse, Goblin, Terra, are you good for another
Okay.
hour?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, right then, let's go ahead and, if you guys would be so kind, go ahead and click on your icon and roll your, oh wait, you can't click on your icon. Duh. Okay. Might help if I do actually make a new page. So that way, we can get you guys all onto, initiative.
It says that I rolled a natural 1, but I actually rolled a 7.
Let's see. Huh.
Because
Yeah,
I have
Oh, yeah.
advantage on it.
Oh.
So I have a
Okay.
7 or a 1.
Well, edit your value there to match it.
Shit.
1 second.
You took my icon off. And it didn't.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that once. I only meant to do that once.
Oh. Nina got a natural 1. She's still asleep.
Nina's got her hair a mess. She's tangled up in bed sheets. Going, what the hell's going on?
How do I delete the other two? I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine with that.
Turn order's not updating on my end. Let's see if I can.
That's weird.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, I need to open up OBS.
How do I?
How the hell did I end up in the goddamn try not to die game?
I do not know.
Well, Roll20 does not like having multiple games up at the same time. That's what.
Alright. Oh, that's why. You don't have your token set as defaulted. I was like, oh, that was for Ryder.
No, if I just click on the token, then roll initiative, it updates.
I know,
So,
but you don't
it's
have
fine.
a default token. I'm trying to drag you. What's it? Your.
I can't do the default token, so
Oh. Well,
that's a GM only thing.
I did not know that. The more you know. Okay.
Yeah, I also can't give myself a turn without. I'll just reroll initiative.
Your turn is right there, dude. Like you can click to edit it.
It only
That's
just
kind of
came in
annoying.
now.
Oh. I guess
Yeah,
Roll20's
so-
being stupid right now.
Okay, what happens, Gator, is when you change screens, it screws with the initiative order. You can still see it, but the players can't.
Huh. Well, you guys rolled your initiative after I moved to the screen. Moved everybody to the screen.
It was loading on my end. That was the issue
Oh.
at that point in time.
Alright, so...
Actually, yeah. I had to reroll my initiative and then put it in, which is really annoying because I rolled a natural 20 on the second one.
Damn it!
Boulder is... Yeah, well, you're gonna be lower on the initiative because you're
I mean,
trying to get your pants back on.
I have to skip a few turns because, well, I'm donning the armor for the next 5 minutes.
No, that's not a few turns. That's 50 turns.
Yeah.
I
Good
think
thing
you
I don't
might as
put on
well.
armor.
Yeah, I think you're better off without going without armor and just grabbing the shield and helmet.
No, give me a sec. I can't do 1 minute and just put on the gambus and not the armor.
Okay, 10 rounds. That's better than 50.
Fuck. Fine! I'll just be in my go in my skivvies and just my fucking shield and sword.
Just
Oh,
this
get out.
Arthurian wearing nothing but a pair of like capri pants.
Full Viking. Nuts
Full
swinging in the
Viking.
wind.
Nothing but nothing but helmet.
I am very
Two helmets.
distracted now.
That's what that
Well,
looks like.
considering a certain role during the start of the campaign,
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my god.
I feel like poking my knee every time I take a step.
Yeah, he's basically at that point. If I remember it right, that's what you ended up rolling on that, Jesus Christ.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
no, seriously, audience, we're totally adults.
Totally. Oh,
Right.
there you go. I'm just arranging everybody
It
on
looks
the...
like it looks like I will not be going into melee. I will
The heck?
be I'll be the archer of this round. So.
I have 2 icons now.
Like, where the fuck did you get another icon from?
You're dragging them on the field as same as we are.
Okay, it is like really lagging then. Because on my end, and from what the audience can see, there's just like one set, and there's only one Davian out here. There's Starman.
10.
Alright. Sir not appearing in this picture will sort of stay back and try and help to put out fires at this point.
Which one at this point?
That would be Li Chen.
Yeah.
Hot! For some reason in the canon in my head, Li Chen sounds like Jackie Chan from Jackie Chan Adventures.
There's too much wasabi on these tents.
Jid, no! Oh shit. That's where Squigs has been. Well, he had to dig under a house today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see the turn order right now.
Better him than me.
Let's see. We're gonna do this at...
I rolled initiative, but it didn't put me in.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is weird. God dog it.
You have to click on your icon and then
Yeah, click on your icon, then roll it.
put in your original initiative of a
I
walking natural one.
probably need to right-click it and give you permissions on that. God dog it. Ree! I assure you we're professional at this.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Alright.
I
Edit.
this for
Oh,
here.
it's not letting me edit the icon. There we go. I had to double-click the damn thing. Alright, represents... There is Nina. Alright, controlled by, determined by character settings, blah blah blah, save changes. Bingo! There you go! And I'm going to blow up everyone's icons, so... Oop, whoops.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
Easier for the others to see. Hey, I almost had that right on the money right there. Alright. So, Li Chen is staying in the back. I'm going to grab my free pen. You know what? Where is my tablet and tablet pen? I can do this the smart way. And, you know, actually write this shit down.
Balder, you should drag the icon of Biter above your head.
This is why I don't like tech for D&D. I just like, you know, we just know our numbers, roll it, and call it. Fuck. Alright, so...
This makes it simple when you're dealing with, 3.5. The beautiful system that is 3.5.
I don't know what I'm doing. I
You're
love
going to
3.5.
blast some fuckers.
Hopefully you're good at throwing high-level spells around and killing people. So we're about to have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with doing this. I'm also just going to use dice, and you guys can figure it out.
Yeah, so long as you have your numbers and stuff, just telling the numbers to me. Alright, so, like, I'm gonna edit this shit, because, fuck it, because Roll20's being shit. Alright, Davian, what did you roll for initiative?
10.16.
10.16. Enter. Augustus.
17.14.
Alright, so you have that. You're duplicated on this list, so I can remove that. Starman, what did you roll?
Just a,
8.15.
Okay.
Deleted his move when you did that.
yeah, you deleted the one that I needed, not.
They were both 17.14.
Yeah, but
but-
only one showed up for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For us.
turn order is not the same as what you
Okay,
see.
I'm gonna put you guys from order of left to right. So, fucking thing. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is normally it doesn't do shit like this. All right,
you just clear them all out for a second, and then you can add a turn for everyone, and you can just put your crap in.
All right, so make sure that you wrote down all your stuff. Then if that's the case. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clear out everybody. There. All right. So add custom label. Davian.
You can right click on our icons and just
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
that way we have control over our initiative. We can put it in.
Yeah, I can't right click on anything.
All right, add turn. Add turn.
At the very top.
Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. There we go.
One. Literally one.
Alright, so. And apparently it's not letting me draw with my tablet.
How do you get the point numbers?
It's our dexterity.
Yeah,
I
it's
have a
the.
14 dex.
It's a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, so. Time to roll for the triplets
No,
and Ben.
Iron Defender doesn't get initiative, but yeah.
Well, Iron Defender just goes and eats a potato.
That's fine.
Potatoes.
Alright, so. They got a rousing 6.
Still goes before I do.
Alright, so let's go ahead and put these in numerically descending. One mark and the Iron Defender are first, so just
Lovely.
move you to the front of that. And Iron Defender there. Yeah, just go ahead and... So this will be easier for us all to...
Forgot me.
You need to do your own numbers. You can edit your own.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. And you also forgot to add my dog.
I figured Biter was staying back. He usually
Yeah,
tend to keep him
that's
back.
basically what I'm just gonna be doing. He's just
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
why I was like,
cheapest. He only has 5 hit points, and I don't want the poor sucker to die.
And he will.
Oh, yeah.
Do not get attached to pets in D&D unless you want to keep them out of combat.
Alright. So, now we all have that set up. Now we can all see. Right then.
Woohoo!
Only took 20 minutes.
Only took 20 minutes. Fuck you. I tried. It's not my fault that Roll20 fucked up. Anyways. Right then. So, in the ensuing chaos of the attack, y'all's group managed to sort of form up. Weimar, you and Starman have taken to ranged combat against these mounted combatants.
And
you-
I.
Hmm?
Then die.
when
No,
you
well,
fi-
we were out. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
out in front of you guys.
They're basically trying to hold the line along with the other guards. You see the flash of a few javelins going out into the dark. Some screams, more firebombs going through. Eventually, as you all are managed to get out and to help form up the defense, you find that several of those firebombs splash behind you and ignite a trail of the reeds. Li Chen is right there, and he says, "Do not worry, I will try and put them out." And he's sitting there, just basically slogging mud at these burning reeds, to try and keep it back from the rest of the village. However, you notice that a group of the riders has now come and jumped, dismounting from their lizards, and they are calling out at the lot of you. You do not understand what they are saying, but they sound very angry, and they seem to be distinctly focusing on you guys.
Well, am I going to be able to launch my offensive?
Yeah, it is the first round of such. They are within both your movement range and also your firing range.
Oh. I'm going to be using my crossbow. What else would I use? It's got the highest damage output of anything I have besides catapult.
Yeah, true. Speaking of...
And I'm going to miss. Lovely.
You try and fire your bolt, and...
Oh, I need to clarify. My bolts are also on fire.
They are burning right now. Okay.
Yeah.
As it impacts, do they actually, like, light things on fire from where they hit?
They do 1d6 fire damage.
Okay, so they will be able to ignite some of the drier portions of it if it lands in a certain area. So for this, we're going to simulate it.
Sorry, I said that wrong. I actually wrote it down as I actually have it as lightning damage. My bad, I was thinking of my last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's lightning damage right now, which can still cause brush fires.
Yeah, it can still cause brush fires, and in that case, I want you to roll me a d4.
D4, okay.
Yeah. You have managed to create a brush fire. Where it lands further out in the distance, you have caused a small spark to come up.
Okay, at this rate, I'm just going to change over to use another bonus action, cast Arcane Weapon again, drop lightning, and change to thunder. Seconds.
Alright. Anything else?
The Iron Defender moves to attack.
Alright.
Let's see what this thing can do.
Also, you are still mounted, by the way.
Mounted. Oh.
Yeah, you're on a
Okay.
horse.
Iron Defender. Starts
Alright.
biting and ripping and fun things.
Alright, and he is going for one of the lessers or the what seems to be the leader of these guys.
One of the lessers.
Alright. That is a hit.
Alright. 5 damage.
This your steel kitty manages to savage one of these guys pretty bad. It sort of leaps at him and starts mauling him. He's still alive, but he manages to kick it away, and he's bleeding quite profusely. By the way, there are a total of, let me see here, for my encounter table. There are a total of 8 of these men, with the one leader by himself, still on his mount. So yeah. Anything else?
No, that'd be it. That's bonus action, full attack, and Iron Defender. So.
All right, Davian, it is your turn.
I'm going to move up and try and find out where the leader is.
He's pretty much like front and center as far as it goes. There are a
Ooh,
couple of
I'm
guys
just
that are in the way of you progressing forwards, but if you can get past them, then the leader is totally available.
I'm going to Hunter's Mark him first
Okay.
and shoot him with a longbow.
All right.
Yeah, I missed.
The bugs, between the bugs and the panic situation, your hands tremble a little bit as the arrow flies wide, just missing the guy's head.
Nothing, son of a bitch.
All right. Anything else that you want to do on your turn?
I'm gonna switch up. I'm gonna set the bow back across my back and draw steel.
All right.
Fuck.
And that'll be it.
All right. Moving on to Baldur.
Alright, well, I get out of my tent and barely put my skivvies. Holding out my longbow. Hold longbow and sword, and within, how far was it? Give me a sec. Within 150 feet, do I see a familiar face? In other words, do I see her?
Good question. Go ahead and give me a investigation.
No.
You do not see her among them. They all kind of look the same, with their faces wrapped up with black cloth.
Alright, then I'm just going to shoot the first one that I find.
All right.
Plam! Nope.
That does not hit. All right. It is now, unless you have anything else to do, it is now Starman's turn.
Okay, who's within, say, 30 feet of me of our guy?
You're on horseback, so you have 60 feet.
Yeah.
No, I mean of our people though, like in terms of who's within this range. It's not for movement, it's for bliss.
I went, like 30 feet out to try and go and catch up with them, so.
You all are in basic, like, close enough. Like, Davian's probably the furthest one out right now. And the triplets as well. They are further back. Well, it's the triplets and the other guards in the area. Like, I have that as a placeholder for, like, the fight going on elsewhere. Sorry. Should have explained that a little clearer.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Bliss at second level on Boulder, Davian, Wymark, and the... what was the name of his Steel Panther?
The Iron Defender.
Steel Panther.
Iron
Steel
Defender,
Panther.
that's...
Yeah. Nina is also there with you guys as well. Don't forget.
Steel fan.
What am I doing?
Just, you're here in the combat. You'd be in range for Starman's casting.
What does Bless do?
Adds an extra 1d4 to your rolls.
Yeah, any attack roll or saving throw until I lose concentration on the spell has a extra d4 that you can add.
It's a really good spell.
Oh, it's a cleric, so clerics are fantastic.
Paladin's gonna get it too.
Yeah.
I know,
they're-
because
but
I've
they're
seen a Minotaur Vengeance Paladin use it to great effect.
But you know, they're always obsessed with rustic architecture. You know, it's
Yeah, what's that over there? What lovely architecture.
oh my god, she actually knows what it is. Okay. Anyways, sorry. Go on. Anything else, Starman?
No, he's gonna stay where he is at least enough range for like attacking next time, so no
Yeah.
bonus actions.
They are still within range for you, doubly so because of the horse. Alright, now we are on to the, the other defenders for the village. They are going about trying to put out fires, the whole shebang. Let's see how well they do. Not so well. It seems that the raid is kind of turning the tide on them. Alright. Alright, now it is Nina's turn.
She casts which uses the entire enemy army and calls.
What sort of what are your cantrips? Do you have something like Firebolt or Chilling Touch? A Chill Touch?
No, but I do have Gust, and I was thinking I could use that to try and blow out fires, but that's only a 30-foot range.
And Gus is actually pretty... Yeah, that would actually probably spread it more than...
Yeah.
You got no offensive cantrip?
Of course I do, and I also have other ones. What about Magic Missile?
Magic Missile would be good.
I think I'd like to use Magic Missile.
Alright.
You can shoot 3 darts at people.
Alright, so are you targeting the captain, or are you targeting one of the others?
I'm gonna go right for the captain.
Alright.
You can shoot multiple people. I mean, it's
you know the
whether
roll for magic, so I don't have to say that.
yeah, you can't throw. Don't throw.
So,
I'm meant for the damage.
Just focus fire on the captain.
alright, go ahead and give me the
3d4 plus 1 each, I believe.
Yeah, that's each. So
3d4.
+3. Or wait.
yeah, it's plus 3.
Yeah, +3. 3d4 +3.
I know, because I built a magic missile machine gun in Dwarf's game.
I do really like Magic Missile, usually.
Yeah, I ended up building it where I can cast it at 7th
11.
level. That's not bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or a 3 and a 1.
Yeah.
So, that is 11 to them. You see the purple bolts firing from your hands arc over the area, lighting it up momentarily as they all converge, nailing into the captain on the back of her. What the hell, Squigs? I see that up there. God damn it. Told behind our money. Alright, God damn it. You deal a pretty good chunk of damage to them. You see that it has torn their robes, and blood is leaking in the firelight. You can see it kind of shimmering and shiny, different from the water. Alright. It is now the enemy's turn, and the men are going to start charging forward in the hopes of closing rank. Or not closing rank, but closing distance. Alright. The one that is being fighting off the Iron Defender is going to try and swing at it. Let's see here. I wish I had these sheets a little bit more organized. Be nice. $16 to hit.
Hits.
Alright. $3 damage, slashing.
Alright, he's down to 17 health.
Alright. As for the others,
If I'm getting hit too much, I'll just have to heal him.
what was it? A few of them fire off crossbows off into your ranks. 2 targeting Y-Mark. The first one flies wide, and so does the other one. So... another one goes trying to hit Starman on his horse. That is 21 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright.
Poor Starman, he's always the one getting hit.
Starman has a weakness for ranged weapons, I'm finding. Yeah. The bolt bites hard. 8 damage.
Ouch.
Alright. Another pair of them come charging at the... what seems to be a crazy naked man with gold
Yeah,
hair.
I lost concentration. Goodbye, Bliss.
Oh. Alright, that is 14 versus AC, your natural AC.
Hold on, wait. Give me a second, let me actually calculate. So
10
What's
plus
your dex?
dexterity.
Yeah, 10
yeah,
plus dex.
it just hits.
Alright. And before I
My
roll the
net
damage...
DC is 13.
Okay, so... and it deals 3 damage to you. He swings at you with his thin saber. However, the pain of such gives you a bit of a flash, something bubbling up in your blood from your ancestors. As the other tries to make an attack at you at the same time, and you just savagely knock the blade aside, and you get a free attack of opportunity.
Alright, well, I only am currently holding my longbow, and ergo, I'm just going to... Yes, I'm going to unarmed strike him.
Alright.
I'll just punch him in the face. 12.
12 to hit.
Yeah.
On the nose.
Lovely. Then he takes 4 damage.
Alright. Alright, so how many of that attacked? There's the one.
You have 2 left. if I'm not
They have
mistaken.
less than 12 AC? Holy shit.
Because they were at 6 attacks so far.
Alright.
Are you saying me in my skillies have more AC than them?
For right now, for where that guy was at, he had a reduced AC due to the fact that you...
Oh,
Yeah.
fumble.
Yeah. He crit 1. Or he crit failed. He only did 1.
Yay.
Alright, so, there is going to be a bolt flying at Davian. That misses, hitting into the mud with a wet, sopping thud. And one flying over at the sorceress, Nina. 9... 12 versus AC?
I believe that's a hit.
Wait, if you
Is it
if you
equal
have
to,
a,
or is it equal to, or is it greater than?
Greater
If it-
than
It's greater than. What is your AC? What is your AC?
10.
wait, what's your
What
dex?
Yeah.
0.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, that's right. Oh shit.
She's a caster. She's gonna be squishy and anything
Yeah.
can hit her.
Yeah.
She's just the type that likes getting hit on.
Well,
Do you have just to correct that? Do you have mage armor? Like, do you have the spell?
I should.
Shield.
you might want to cast that next turn.
I don't have it. But I'm going to get it
Yeah, you should
next
definitely.
time.
Okay.
That's the +3 to your AC.
Alright, so, well, thankfully you only got 2 damage from the bolt. It, kind of nails you across the, right across the thigh and just, like, bites a bit and cuts you open. Just,
Did I hear a cat?
No?
maybe.
I said that in character.
Alright, so, back to... oh, wait. The captain hasn't gone. The captain at this point is going to come charging forwards. And they are going at Davian.
Ooh. Yes. Come to me, my dear.
Alright. He's going to sit there and come skidding over, trying to chop at you with his multi-attack. First one is a miss. Oh, the second one is definitely a bad miss. I have to roll on my table. Yeah. The captain is sitting there trying to swing at Davian, and Davian is just ducking and weaving.
Smiling the entire time.
Let's see here.
I'm out.
I just noticed that. God damn it! I have like the other stuff open right here. God damn it! All right. Oh shit!
How do I undo it? How do I undo it?
Oh,
can't.
you do select and you like drag it across the drawing and then you can delete it.
All right. That rolled a 30. 30 is... In its haste to attack you, the captain realizes that they might have bitten off more than they can chew. And they now have... they're kind of fearing you. Even their lizard just sort of hisses and rears back as Davian comes a little bit closer, staring him down. And that is the end of the enemy's turn.
Oh, please let me hit this person at least.
It is now Weimark's turn.
Alright, I'm going to shoot at one of the horsemen.
Alright.
Or lizard men, whatever.
They're not lizard men, they're humans.
I realize that, but I meant in the terminology as horsemen, lizard men.
Yeah. You are able to hit them, yes.
Alright, so 8 damage there. So 10 damage from that. And 2 of that's thunder damage.
Was this the same one that your guy was attacking before? Or
Yeah.
is this okay. Flavor it.
Alright.
An arrow or a bolt digs through the chest and explodes inside of the cavity.
All of your ears are ringing from the clap of that explosion. Like kind of like a firecracker. The thunder
Great.
goes off and there's a rain of chum and gore from the stump of a torso.
It's not that much damage, but I'll take it.
You kind of got a bit of overkill on that one.
Overkill is the best kill.
Anyways, so...
Then Iron Defender goes to maul the next guy.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
Misses.
That does not hit. The guy is able to kick the Iron Defender back and swings his saber defensively.
Alright, I think that's going to be the end of me.
Alright. Davian, it is your turn.
This captain took damage the last turn, right?
Yeah.
Or the last round because of magic missile.
Yeah, magic missile.
It's an 18 to hit.
18 to hit? Yeah, that
19
is...
to hit,
Oh, wait,
actually.
let me
because it's
double
plus
check.
1.
Yeah, that's a
18 hit.
19.
Yeah, that does hit.
Yeah, also... Don't forget you added +1 damage from the enchantment.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage? Alright. The, what's it, the bandit, the raid captain just sort of, like, winces as, you reach up, striking with your sword, cutting him along the legs. His lizard bucks and, jumps back. You manage to even cut it a bit in your hacking.
Yeah, that's pretty much my turn.
Oh, okay.
It's
Boulder.
not dead, so no bonus action.
Yep.
Crazy naked man.
I'm not crazy, but I am very cranky since they interrupted my sleep. So I'm dropping the longbow and throwing the messer, and I'm going to hit the guy who hit the other guy who I didn't punch.
Okay.
Shit.
Did you add the +1 to that?
Yeah, it is accounted for. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that does not hit.
Well, because before in another game, I'm going to do a bonus action to kick him.
I'll accept it, yeah.
Alright. Now,
You're really starting to like those kicks, aren't you?
it worked like a fucking charm before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Alright, was there anything else that you wanted to do?
No, that's all I can do.
Alright. It is now Starman's turn.
Alright, since being the support guy didn't really work out too well, he's going to figure out where that guy who shot him is, if he's still around.
He is.
He's going to charge at
Oh,
full speed,
hold on.
holding
No.
the quarterstaff like a lance to smash that guy in the...
Alright, I'll give advantage on that.
Let's see how it goes.
22 is definitely a hit. All
8
right.
damage. Respectable. It's not bad for a stick.
That is 8 damage, and the guy is now knocked prone due to the carry through from your charge. What the heck? Why is this not writing? 8. Stupid keyboard's doing. I really hate the Logitech wireless shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me.
Some of the new Logitech wireless stuff is really good for their gaming line, but the stuff is like $140.
Eh. Well, my problem is that
around.
this is the $20 little Walmart special right here.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything? Stepped away to use the bathroom real quick.
Starman just fucking full on Knight's Tailed one of the bandits, knocked him on his ass.
Very nice.
Left a glowing green streak as he did so too with his Shillelagh enchantment.
God, I
Really,
wish I was a
the
barbarian
best
right now.
cantrip.
All right, was there anything else?
No, I think that's it for this one.
All right.
Get more bonus action spell.
All right, now it is time to see how the fight is faring for the others. The tide turns. They are able to. You hear a volley of arrows twang through the air as a Wilhelm scream echoes out over the field. A group of the raiding bandits cut down by the arrows. It is now Nina's turn.
I'm going to do magic missile again.
Good choice. Doesn't miss.
Is the captain dead?
Nope.
Kill the captain.
All right. So go ahead and roll it.
Oh. 14.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
I got very lucky.
Yeah.
So at this
That's
point,
that's almost max damage. That's 2 4s and a 3.
Mm-hmm.
right. So at this point, the captain is the bolts shooting out and impacting into them. Between Davian's hacking and the constant magic missiles impacting into their form, they look really, really rough. They are bloodied.
Turn is almost here.
Oh, shit.
Can I yell
Alright.
at them? Just run away!
They don't understand you, but if you want, you can try to tack on intimidation onto it. I'll even let you use a free free casting of thaumaturgy for it.
Yes, I'll do it. Okay. Whew.
Oh, something to remember, you can cast Magic Missile as a 2nd level spell and add another dice to the roll.
I told my friend of my predicament in this combat, and she told me to do a windmill attack.
Just do the helicopter and just start jumping.
Just make sure that you politely but firmly warn them that you're not going to hit them, but you're going to keep walking towards them. And if they get hurt, it's their own fault.
Yes.
All right. So on the intimidation, you basically magnify your voice, and it shakes the ground a bit as you do so. What do you shout at them?
I'm gonna shout an infernal.
Okay.
Basically, all the freaking curse words I can freaking think of, and just literally yelling at them and looking scary. Get out of here!
Well, it's coming from a
Pointing.
very waifish woman, but we'll see. You managed to spook one of them off.
Oh.
He turns tail and runs.
Follow that guy!
The others are just like looking at you, and they seem a little bit spooked, but
I'm gonna flash them.
oh shit! Why?
Why not? Go on,
Mass
guys, kill 'em.
confusion. Why are we doing sexy
Exactly.
splits?
Mass
confusion. Oh, fucking manslayer.
It worked. Wait. Hold on.
Roll me a d20. Roll me a d20.
Can I roll a perception check to see these?
What?
I mean, it's pretty visible. She's flashing basically everybody right there.
Do I have to roll a d20 to imprint this into my memory?
I don't know. Do you need to roll a d20 in real life to imprint something to your memory?
God damn it. I rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18 on it?
The one time I need a nat 1.
Hold on, wait, what did you do? Sorry, I kind of probably spaced out.
You have confused the enemy. Those within
Yes!
general view are confused. They have disadvantage on their next attack.
Nudity seems to be becoming a theme in this combat.
Apparently so. Li Chen is just like, what? Why is everyone looking strange? Put out the fires! Stop gawking!
Thank you.
Anyways, so that's the end of your turn, I imagine? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Nothing else you can do right there.
No.
Alright. It's the enemy's turn. There's a bandit that's prone. He's gonna get up. After getting knocked on his ass by a shillelagh stick. He's breathing kind of hard, but he turns around and he's going to go ahead and fire his crossbow at Starman. He's wondering why the hell everyone looks so weird around him.
At close range like that, they'd have disadvantage.
He would have had disadvantage anyways, you realize.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, he wouldn't have hit you. He's still kind of wheezing. The crossbow bolt flies wide. There are 2 others. These guys are going to, they're the same ones that were firing at Y-Mark before. Firing back at him at disadvantage. That one misses. That one misses. There's so much confusion on the battlefield right now.
Yeah, and I have a fun idea.
The
I need to find the rules for mounted combat real quick.
The guy that is fighting with Davian is going to swing at him again.
The captain?
Not the captain. I thought you had another guy next to you.
No, just
No.
the captain.
That's right. You just had someone shooting at you.
Yeah.
Oh, since hold on, since Nina did her thing, do I now have a 1d6 club?
No. 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 Fuck you for one. Fuck you for two. You want to try and give him a mushroom
it's
stamp?
Only a 1d2.
Are
You wanna try and give him
easily
mushroom
entertained?
stamp?
The answer is yes.
Anyways, one of the men is going to fire at the imp, just out of just sheer like what the fuck is going on, and at disadvantage too, and doesn't hit shit. He does not hit shit. Yeah, they're fucked. The last two are going to try and attempt to get back to serious fighting with Balder. And fuck. Right then, one got a crit fail, and the other one got a crit success. Or wait.
Dang it, I'm gonna have to start dancing.
God.
I have
Alright.
use.
Do first the crit success.
Yeah, I am pulling up my crit table. That was fucking weird. Rolled a 1 and then 2 20s. Fucking damn it. So the critical success at 93. You strike with extreme force. An additional set of damage dice above and beyond your normal critical roll. The target suffers 1 unit of exhaustion. Holy crap!
What would happen if I do a parry?
What does your parry do exactly again?
By rules, by raw rules, it just does reduces damage by 1d8. Plus.
So yeah, you can
plus dex.
you can parry, but
Mhm.
it's this guy is apparently his
Well,
motor's
it's a good
running.
thing- it's a good thing that I think it's at exhaustion 3 when my attack suffers.
Well,
Right.
apparently, yeah, this guy is gonna come down at you with both hands and swing as hard as he can. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 9 damage and 1 unit of exhaustion, and you can roll your parry to reduce it, but you still take the exhaustion.
He did 5.
Alright, so apparently he thinks that he wants to get this wrapped up and over quickly because he spied his seventh wife that he wants to acquire.
I am bloodied, so I would
Oh,
very
God.
much like a bit of healing.
I
Well,
need to
your
heal you.
healer's your healer's currently in the middle of a brawl.
No, something that's not in the middle of a brawl.
What about the crit fail? What did that do? What happened to that?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Brawl or bra?
Bra.
Clearly the bra doesn't exist anymore.
Somebody doesn't believe in the ladder.
Holy shit! Okay. Rolled 100.
Damn.
What happened?
So remember your bit about if you got a 1d6 bludgeoning weapon? The guy slips, losing his footing in the wet reeds, and goes tumbling forward. And roll me 3d6 damage and he is unconscious for a minute
Alright.
until he receives damage from any source.
3d6. 10.
He took 10 damage from your deck.
Oh my god!
It's literally the only hard thing in the area right there. There's no rocks or anything like that.
Oh, right in the eye socket and everything.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh god!
Oh,
Mulder, you feel like you could use with a cigarette right now really bad. You're just really confused.
hold on.
Roll a wisdom saving throw not to develop fetish.
Oh, no!
This isn't Call of Cthulhu.
It could be.
Oh.
Oh, this is.
So, right then, it's now the captain's move. He's last but not least, and he is, both spooked and spooked. He's got a multi-attack. He's scare-roused. Misses that one. I'm pretty sure that 19 hits. That's his second scimitar strike. And 13 versus AC?
Yeah, fails by a long shot.
Alright, so, the scimitar is... Oh wait, that was, 15 to hit, but it probably doesn't hit. 8 damage, Davian.
Okay.
He leans down and just like catches you with a good swipe straight across the chest, bit biting into your armor and cutting wherever flesh was exposed.
I'm still smiling, by the way. I haven't like broken eye contact either.
You're a creepy bastard. Like these guys, at this point. Actually, hold on. Let me roll something.
Wait, who do you have eye contact with?
The captain.
The captain.
Oh god.
He's been just like mad dogging the shit out of the captain this whole time.
Well, except for one moment where I broke eye contact to make eye contact with something else that was looking at me.
Very large erect penis, I understand.
Okay. Let's see. The others are watching their captain falter and fail at this, and seeing as scared as he is, as damaged as they have become, with the exception of Mr. I am knocked out by getting dick punched in the face. They're routed. They are now in retreat, full retreat from the party. And you see.
Guy runs out of my out of my range, so I'm going to do an attack of opportunity on him.
You may go ahead and do that.
Alright,
Can I hit the captain
that's
again?
a 20.
Jesus. You can do what?
Can I hit the captain again?
Not it's not your turn on it. He gets the attack of opportunity.
15 damage.
You flavor it.
Just as the guy turns around with an overhanded strike, I bury the blade in his skull. As a bit of a revenge for nearly chopping my dick off.
Well, apparently, this is the one that you punched earlier, and you didn't just bury it in his skull. Your sword kind of went further. You kind of underestimated your strength on this, and you have bisected him down to the hips.
Ooh!
Right to the hammer.
Oh, so now I'm not the pale man, I'm the red man.
Yeah, you are definitely covered in a spray of arterial blood. It is steaming on you in the cold night, and now you are cold and your nipples are hard.
Yeah.
I
Global
did
humans
not.
would need so much therapy after this.
I mean, basically, Li Chen and all like as things sort of calm down and the bandits are retreating at this point. Li Chen and the rest of the Sanu in the tribe are sitting there watching you all, kind of slack jawed. What the hell was that? Li Chen just throws out there. And yes, he's doing the Jackie Chan, what the fuck?
The little hands above his head. Now.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so for the party, for completing that, let me go ahead and tell you.
Hang on. This captain didn't escape yet.
Yeah, it's time to pursue,
yeah.
shooting them in the back.
Well,
One,
Run horse.
they're still in my
They're on
attack
horseback.
range.
no, you get your attack of opportunity. The captain is, like, peeling back now that all of everybody else is fucking off.
That's 10, 17, 18 damage.
18
Whew.
damage. Let's see if that actually kills them.
Don't forget the +1.
That was with the +1.
Okay.
Alright, there's my
10 plus
calculator.
7.
Calculator! Calculon!
Let me have this.
How much did you say it was?
18.
18. No, you manage to like spear open the guy's back, and he falls off of his mount, but he is in full tilt retreat, bleeding profusely and trying to skitter away.
Oh.
I
Who wants to
longbow.
pursue?
Me?
I mean, seems that Davian's got his eyes on this one.
Longbow?
Yeah, you can.
Well,
longbow it.
should I whistle up my horn? Be in pursuit?
No.
16 points of damage with the longbow.
That finishes the job. Go ahead and flavor the end of the bandit captain.
I'm going to fire the bolt right into the back of his neck to where he's paralyzed, but still alive for a little while. And just let him slump on the ground and slowly walk over to him to claim whatever trophies he might have.
So you aim to paralyze him. Okay, that's interesting. That was a non-lethal. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Six.
Okay. Then yeah, you have managed to appropriately
Sever the
incapacitate.
spinal column.
Yeah. One arrow, just clean, neat. You hear it whistle through the air as the rest of you start trying to follow after this captain, and you just see thump, and he goes still.
I wasn't going after the captain. I wanted to go after the grunts.
Oh.
I wanted to shoot the rest of them in the back as they were retreating.
Yeah, you can try shooting the rest of them in the back. Like,
I mean,
go ahead and roll me a d8.
D8?
I would like to assist with this.
4.
4? Okay. Davian, you already, you already shot him. Give the rest of them a chance to react at this point.
So,
Starman, Nina, Boulder.
I mean, if I can grab my longbow and take a pot shot.
You can. Roll a d8 for me.
Alright. Okay, yeah. 5.
Alright.
Starman's not gonna target the routed guys. Instead, he's gonna focus on putting out the brush fire.
I
Alright.
certainly hope there are some musically inclined people in that caravan, because it would be very much. I will be very much happy to see a bardic poem about what the fuck happened.
He whipped out his dick and
Limerick, awesome limerick material. All right, Nina, did you have anything that you wanted to do at the?
nah. I'm gonna help with putting out the brush fires too.
All right. So, with you having proper, you guys having proper focus on trying to work and put out the fires and such, you are able to start making progress on such. Davian, you get your final parting shot. Roll me a d8 for cutting down the fleeing men.
4.
So that is 13. You guys managed to drop another 13 of the fleeing bandits.
How many arrows did we spend each?
The same number of the ones that you sat there and fired.
Oh, I don't actually use arrows, so mentioning that, let me see this pose.
I'm down to 53 arrows.
How would you like not to have to use arrows?
With the longbow?
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll give you the arrows, you can catapult them.
There we go. Nice trade.
Catapult's such a cool spell.
It is.
Anyways,
So
that
during the
being
next
said, though, hold on.
during the next long rest, I'm going to enchant both of their
No,
longbows with a repeating shot.
Well, hold on. Go save that for next session because we are going to go ahead and put a pin in it here for this evening. I know I've kept you a little bit later than normal.
Yeah, I need to balance. I've got some angry players.
Well, they can fuck off. Damn it, you're having fun. They can wait.
You'll
15
have a funny
minutes.
story to tell them.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Oh no, I gotta go straight to terrorist attacks. So
joy.
on.
Oh.
I guess because that's one of the things that I ever had to do. Fight naked and my dick doing damage.
Yeah, fair enough.
And here's the post for Wildwood. Repeating shot.
Okay, so remind me next session to dole out
That's
proper
the reason I dropped it here.
loot
So.
for this. Let me go ahead before you head out, real quick, Ryder. Let me get you XP for the encounter. And
Sure.
let's see, I gotta pull up the. Where the hell did I put the?
And hey, we got a capture.
Yeah, you do have the captured asshole there.
Lovely.
What asshole? Big asshole.
Are you saying that my weapon attracts assholes?
Well, it's being held by one, so.
Yeah, apparently. Alright, and... how many did we have playing today? We had 4 people, or was it 5?
Oh shit.
5 people.
5 people.
I'm used to it being just 4, so forgive my asking.
It's going to be
Alright.
hopefully 7 next week. Or 6.
Alright, each of you have gained 720 experience points for the session.
Is that enough to level me up? 1 second.
Might be. Okay, hold on, let me double check that. 650 plus.
It doesn't level me up.
I can level soon, but not yet.
Did you say
Yeah.
650
We
or
level
750?
up to level 4 at
720.
2700.
720. 1 second. So. I have 1451.
No, you don't level up.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was the... You guys got 300 each. I fucked up the calculation somehow. Oh, sorry about that.
300 each.
Yeah. And then go
I was
ahead
gonna
and...
say that was a lot.
Yeah. But I will go ahead and award an additional 150 for each of you for roleplay for today.
Yay.
And we're going to call it at that. So, after that, Ryder, you go on, and before you go, if you could give us real quick questions, comments, favorite part of today's session?
Getting my goddamn ballista, and I'm building this into a... I want my red DACA truck.
All right. Anything else?
All right, guys. Have fun, guys. I've got this set up.
All right. Have fun
Bye.
with yours. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
What about Terra, this being her first session?
Oh yeah. Questions, comment, favorite part on the session?
I helped somebody else get a boner that caused them to do damage to another enemy. So even if I couldn't do damage, I found a way to do damage to the enemy. Ha! It was great.
I mean, making use of that charisma stat.
Uh-huh.
Mountains and mountains of charisma.
Well, only 2 mountains of charisma.
In
I
the
have
valley.
a track of land.
Looks like Baldur's going to take his long rest completely in a bathtub.
Ice water?
Probably-
you
Well, that too, actually. That would actually be much better at cleaning blood, too.
All right, so obviously we know what Goblin's favorite part was.
Dick punched a guy to
Well,
death.
my least favorite part was being fucking cursed.
I was waiting for. You guys have no idea how long I've been waiting for that thing to pop.
Good thing I reminded you, though.
Yeah, seriously.
I hoped it was gonna be fun times and sunshine enchantment.
Fuck no. That thing was under lock and keep. it was bad juju.
I mean, it was inside of a mimic, if I remember correctly.
Yep, it was inside of the mimic. Alright. Davian? Josh?
E.
Questions, comment, favorite part?
Question.
Huh?
Can I try and jack this guy's mount, Captain? Because you said it fell off of it, but it didn't say that it actually had a chance to really run away. But I've had a chance to actually try and like grab the reins and take control of it.
I'll have to puzzle on that for a bit. Like, in all truth and honesty.
And,
So, I'll be able to have an answer for you by next session.
Cool. Also, I am claiming that Captain's corpse is mine. I killed it. It's mine.
You didn't kill him. He's paralyzed. He just can't move.
he's probably gonna die. I severed his spinal column. His heart doesn't work anymore.
I mean, yeah, maybe eventually he'll die, but D&D magic can heal like all kinds of bullshit. It's magical, man. Anyways,
Yeah. Favorite part was definitely getting inspired by a pair of boobs that appeared next to me, and then paralyzing a captain.
fair enough. It was a certain crescendo of things.
No shit. I don't get another class feature until like 7th level. Fuck.
Well, thank you very much, guys. I really, really enjoyed this. I have to run.
All right, Terra. Well, I was glad that you were able
It's
to
been fun.
pop in.
Can't wait to see what you do in your next session.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll lift my skirt. Okay, bye!
Ah! Terrible.
No.
All right then.
Terra.
Terra. Well, I'm gonna change your nickname on here to that. All right. So that being said, like every one of these streams that we do, I want to give a big thanks to our patrons, to which we could not do this without them. They fund this show. 100% of the money that comes in through our Patreon goes back into keeping the lights on. That thanks goes out to Angel, Avery Hillpeak, Connor Walker, Hash, Nellify, Sharknet, Zero, and Zygrado Rickson. If you'd like to get your name put up in the shoutouts at the end of all of our streams, please consider giving us a bit of support. Throw us a few bucks at either our Patreon at patreon.com/redstaralchemy or buy us a coffee at ko-fi.com/calligator. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I hope to see you all again next week for the exciting continuation of the adventures in Gran Terra.
Thanks everyone for watching.